You think you know me?
Hey everybody, welcome to BigDanz Nostalgia Trip! And with me today is Mr. Mike.
Hi.
And we're here to for Game Developers Part 3.
Yep,
Okay, I believe we left off on the letter M
yep,
for Mega Man and
yep.
and Milk. M is
That not.
M.
Well, it's just an advert that's shown in the UK.
Yep. M.
No, I wanted to ask you a question about Marx's. What is the deal about that company that's made them so popular?
I never even heard of him.
Marx's, they made the likes of SimCity,
Ah,
Sims, A Train. I don't even know what A Train is, but I mean, obviously, The Sims. I can understand why The Sims was really popular, but SimCity was so frigging boring.
yeah, because every good thing I hear about is like I loved it when I like caused natural disasters on the people, about them suffer. Ha ha ha.
No, but that's what I used to do. I'd build a city, get bored, and then I would drop everything that's there. I'd have a mass crowd of people sort of rushing through the place. There was an option where you had this huge robotic brain that would just tramp through the place. I would create a volcano in the middle of the city. Tidal. I just wanted to destroy it. It was more fun destroying than it was building.
Jeez, you're more evil than a rapture.
Well, if it's there, I'm going to use it because the game is boring.
You probably have an alien attack.
Well, what if if I had the option?
Oh man,
Let's see what a nuke looks like.
missile launch detected. Let's see. Oh, another one we passed over was Majesto Entertainment, which fucking made one of my favorite games, Blood Rain. Heads to the
Oh, Majesco, I remember them.
I think I go under, I guess.
No, I think they're still around, but they're one of these weird companies where they did actually pick up some really good games. But an example, Majesco published Psychonauts,
Uh,
but they never actually put any money into advertisement. So it's like they send the games to the shops and they never sold. And it's like, oh, we don't understand why our games don't sell. Yeah, because no one frigging heard of them. How about advertising them?
yeah.
No, they never advertised their games, and the games were considered major flops. The point is that sometimes you have to put nearly as much money marketing a game as the budget for the game itself.
Right.
You see, the thing that makes me annoyed about the likes of Majesco is the fact that we live in the age where you can build a website for nothing or very little, and then just market it on Twitter, market it on Facebook. It costs you next to nothing to do that, but these companies couldn't even do that. And so a lot of these games, it's only because people sort of played them and thought, "My God, this game's amazing!" And so they go and they tell all their friends, and then suddenly they start selling some of them. I mean, Blood Rain and Blood Rain 2, I never saw a single advertisement for those games.
Nah, the only way I know about it is because I just came across it in Blockbuster. And I guess I fell in love with the character right there. It's like, I mean, I was a teenager, I guess, but like,
No, but
cause,
see my point.
yeah,
No, do you see my point though? It's like they got these games that are really good,
yeah.
and they don't advertise them.
I know, right? I remember Blood Rain. I saw this creepy, this scary looking vampire chick on the cover. I'm like, I gotta try this game out, and it's
Yeah.
fucking edgy as hell. Um, but yeah, but just get a PR department.
Well, get a PR department. Full stop. I mean, like
Mm-hmm.
according to this, uh, they basically developed Terminal Reality, which I barely remember, but Taxi Driver. And so, they got one of Sega's games on probably on the PC, and not a single person that you could speak to would have even known that Majesco had made it because they never advertised it. It's like,
Yep.
come on, dude.
Then we have Media Mulk here for Little Big Planet. It's a cute little game, but it gets repetitive.
Well, no, I enjoyed the game, but no, it's a good game, but I think we need to cut them a little bit of slack because once they got a portfolio rather than a game,
Hmm.
then we can comment. But one game, they did well, but that was 8 years ago.
Yeah,
What have they done since?
I don't know.
Are they going to be the Minecraft of their time?
Pretty much. Oh man. Let's see here.
Midway games?
Metatonic for Robot Unicorn Attack.
What? What is that?
It's a crazy ass which indie game.
Robot unicorn attack.
Yeah.
Yes, you killed the unicorn's mother. Now this time it's personal.
It's actually a platformer, but it's an interesting game.
Okay, have you played it? Because I've never even heard of it.
Yeah. You, I gotta show you a quick review of it sometime.
All right.
Anyways,
Is it worth picking up?
it's a free to play game, so yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know that. I'll put it up my to-do list then.
Okay.
Word free always gets my attention.
These companies love your business. Okay. Microsoft's Game Studios for stealing the publish of Halo series from Bungie.
And also, did you know that recently they bought the Gears of War series from Epic Games?
Wow. So,
So now that Microsoft owned the rights to all the future Gears of War games,
well, one, it's weird because there was always Halo and Gears of War comparisons, or like crossover parodies online and stuff, you know.
yeah.
Oh, but yeah, Gears of War, that series kind of floundered. So, I guess hopefully that'll help.
Although to be fair, I think some of the Microsoft Studio games were on the PC because I'm just going back. No, it starts in 2006. What's the name of that? They had this real-time Age of Empires. That was a Microsoft. Well, I don't know if it was this particular version, but it was a Microsoft game
Yeah.
where it's a traditional real-time strategy game. You got horses, they got horses, you got knights, etc. Right,
Hmm.
let's make real shit real, and then you just have a fight.
Yeah.
But I think that, in my opinion, that they were better games than the Halo games.
Yeah.
I know that there's a lot of people who are going to listen to that thinking, "What are you fucking on?" But bear with me. The Halo games, in my opinion, were just the console versions of PC games that have been around for a long time, and they were the first games that made first-person shoot 'em ups popular on the console. But for trying to create something new, the Age of Empire games were really good, and also they were never anywhere near as expensive.
Mm. Oh, yeah, and let's see here. If you want Halo, just watch Red versus Blue.
Yeah, save yourself the hassle, and you won't have some teenager swearing at you and insulting your mother and everyone
Or
else.
calling a SWAT team on you.
Yeah,
What the fuck, kids?
yeah, yeah.
Oh man. Let's see here. Mid-
Well, we got to mention Midway Games
Yep.
because Midway Games. Yes, I know I'm giving my age away. I don't care. They made some of the best games of all time in the 1980s. I mean, an example, one of the games that Midway actually released, they didn't make, but they sold in the US. Miss Pac-Man,
Yeah.
Spy Hunter. I mean, nowadays, if anyone was to play Spy Hunter, it would look like a pile of shit.
Hmm.
But when you're about 10, which I was, somewhere in that age sort of reference, when Spy Hunter came out, and you got the music from, oh, what's it name? Oh God. What was the naked? Oh, what's it called? Naked. Anyway, ignore that. So anyway, so you got this music from this show with Leslie Nielsen, where he played a cop, and
Oh,
so you
Naked
got the
Gun.
music. Yeah, and so you got that playing in the background, and you basically play. You're this car, and you're driving up the screen, and you're shooting bullets and missiles, aka James Bond style. And then you get to a bit where you go towards the water, and it turns into a boat. Well, imagine if you're 10, and the only place you can play it's the arcade.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my god, it's just turned into a boat. So you had the likes of that, and then you had Rampage. That was this game where you had three characters, and the aim of the game was to climb up buildings and just smash them to smithereens.
Hmm. Good times. Oh man. Hopefully Midway gets through their bowl bankruptcy if you saying.
Well, the problem is they sold everything of any value. The company's gone. It's gone. It's dead. I'm afraid.
Oh, nice, but I had a piece.
Yeah.
But anyways, Mortal Kombat
But
lives
no, it's
on.
just no, it's just I thought it was worth mentioning because Midway has some amazing games. I mean, on the uh, NES, Midway made quite a lot of really, really good games that people just took for granted to be by other companies.
Oh yeah, got some examples.
Uh, Midway. Let me think now. Now I know that I think it was it. No, I'm thinking of Atari because I know that Atari released the likes of Mario Brothers in the West because for some reason Nintendo didn't want to actually market their own games because they came out before the NES.
Yeah,
Uh, you had Midway. They made Super Sprint. That was Midway, but it was originally made by Atari. That was a top-down little car game. It's absolute nonsense, but so much fun to play. They also released a version of the Super Sprint, but you had guns and shit. So you're driving along, you could blow the person away, a la Super Mario Kart, but a decade before Mario Kart did it. So no, the point is that that they did have some good games. I mean, Mortal Kombat is just blatant obvious,
yeah. Mortal
but
Kombat did, freaking start the whole ESRB and made its place in history.
and also I'm pretty sure it's Midway that released a game first-person shoot 'em up based on Kiss the band.
Yep, I think so. I know
Yeah,
they already have a pinball game. Pretty
yeah.
sure
Well,
they
no,
probably have a couple.
yeah,
Still, that's weird thinking, Gene Simmons and a shooter.
yeah, yeah. You basically get attacked by his tongue. Oh my god, his tongue's longer than I thought, and you start running away, and his tongue is chasing you behind.
Oh man,
Can we mention Miss Walker?
go for it.
Miss Walker was a company basically developed by Sakaguchi Uematsu, the guy who did the music, and two games which were released on the Xbox 360 was Blue Dragon and Lost Odyssey.
Yep.
Now, the weird thing about Lost Odyssey, I bought that in a local shop, and it was only the discs and like Bret Hart, I mean, like Bret Hicks, I'm OCD.
Yeah.
So I bought the game again because I wanted the manual and the box,
Mm.
but I've yet to play it.
I heard it's like one of the only good freaking JRPGs of last generation.
Yeah,
So yeah, I definitely get it. Also, I heard it's a bit of a tearjerker, so prepare for some sad
yeah.
scenes.
No, but the thing is that I think the reason why Sakaguchi left Square to make this was because Square wanted to make the JRPGs real time. And I know that technically from Final Fantasy VII, you can actually play it in real time. But personally, I never like that because I like
Yeah.
to take my time, think about what I'm
Yeah.
doing, rather than sit there thinking, right now, what the fuck? What are you
Yeah,
doing?
it's like
Wait a second.
yeah, I
Yeah,
hate any RPG where I gotta do extra work. Like I gave big Kratos to Brett because you actually had to fucking be on your guard there when it's the enemy's turn. Cause you gotta like tap A or bring up these defense moves and stuff for the
yeah.
to block or like lessen the pain from their attacks. Like I don't want to be on my toes 24 fucking 7. In fact, I don't even like games where when you attack you can press A or X again for additional
Yeah.
attack. It's
Yeah.
like you don't have to, but you kind of it's there for you to do it. You
No,
know?
but you see, here's a problem I have with that type of
Yeah.
mentality. You see, I'm just speaking for myself. When I'm playing JRPG, I expect a certain experience. You know, you take your time, you chat to everyone, you get into a fight, you you look at all the different things that you can do because you're learning the game in real time.
Yeah.
As you level up, you get new skills,
Yeah.
and so you're looking at these skills thinking, is that appropriate? What I don't want is to have that experience and it say you took 5 seconds. Fuck you. You lost your turn. Bang, you're dead. What?
Yeah.
Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, it's like they don't do that shit in D&D.
No. Even the dungeon master has to be patient. And I don't want that in a type of game that's never been like that before.
Yeah.
So, it's like in Final Fantasy VII, I always put it on wait. It's like, you know, this game's 100 hours. I do not want to be on edge for 100 hours. We're
Coffee,
talking,
coffee.
well, you're talking about after about 50 hours, you're gonna be a mental wreck. Every time you see the random battle sequence, it's like fuck. Does that make sense to you?
Oh
Is
yeah,
it just it's like, you know what? I've had enough of this game. You turn it off. Never play it again. But the point is that Sakaguchi was trying to continue that particular type of game that's really, really popular.
yeah,
And, he was trying to make us a story that made sense. Whereas, as we have seen, since Sakaguchi left, because I think he left possibly before or just after Final Fantasy 12. And the guy who directed Final Fantasy 6, I mean, not, yeah, 6, 7, 8, and 9,
yeah,
he disappeared as well. And then you had some other guy who took over. And it was almost as if someone had ripped the soul out of those games.
yeah,
And so I think Sakaguchi and Uematsu and probably the other dude, I can't remember his name, Hideo something. Um, I think they all made their own company because they wanted to make games that they wanted to play.
yeah. I mean, freaking nobody liked it. Final Fantasy 12. Everyone says that's not Final Fantasy. You know.
Well, let me put it into perspective. A friend of mine, he bought that game brand new.
Yeah.
He hated that game so much, he gave it to me for nothing.
Ish.
You can have it. I don't want it. I don't want to see that game ever
I
again.
got the freaking collector's edition. I mean, I don't hate it as much as other people do. Like same thing. I don't really hate it as much 13 as much as other people do. But I've only played it one time. I've tried to get myself to play it again, but I just can't.
No, but you see, sometimes I think people they have a presumption of what they expect from Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
They expect a huge, convoluted story that it's slowly develops and it slowly unveils itself to you as you play it. So, part of playing the game isn't just about grinding or fighting, but it's about learning about what's going on. What is the motives
Yeah.
or motivation for the characters?
Yeah.
Whereas with 12 and 13, it just felt like someone had picked up a couple 10-sided dice from Dungeons and Dragons, and then just rolled them and decided, right, we're going to pick that. But then why is the pink girl doing this?
Literally,
Well,
like I would say
I,
watch Spoonie One's review of Final Fantasy 13. He literally just breaks down the plot so much, shows it how badly it's written, because there's so many flaws he points out in the writing.
yeah,
Oh man.
no, but how can I put this? Xenogears, in my opinion, and I'm sure there's some people out there probably losing their shit already, is poorly written. The the way that the game is actually designed, it assumes that you've read the Perfect Works, which is only released in Japan.
Yeah.
So they assume that you've seen the Perfect Works, and so you know about the history, thousands of years of history, the multiple different reincarnations, and so when you play the game, you know what's going on.
Yeah.
The problem being, if you're a gamer, you don't read 300 pages of a book before you play a game. And I just get the feeling that Square,
Yeah.
they've looked at these things and thought, you know what, we can make more money if we only tell half a story and then sell the other half by selling it through books, manga, etc.,
That's kind of
etc.
how fucking Gears of War went down. Like seriously, all the good shit is in the books. The
Yeah,
games are just the action and like 5% bad writing. Um,
no, but
but
there's one with
I
that
go on.
philosophy. As Brett would say, he doesn't like reading books.
Yeah,
So he will miss most of the actual
he's
story.
literally handicapping himself.
Yeah, I know, but this is just what he does. The point is, if you're playing a game, you should not have to read a book
Yeah,
to actually find out what the hell's going on.
Right.
And
But there's some so, like we had an argument about Mass Effect 3, and I was saying like because like how like the Indians are battery and stuff like that. Like, and I was telling him since he doesn't really watch any Star Trek. I was like,
mm,
seeing all the our Star Wars,
right.
hasn't read this or that. No Babylon 5. He
Oh,
doesn't have enough sci-fi. It's for sci-fi lovers. I told him he
yeah.
has no business playing this game.
All right.
You know, yeah, seriously,
Well,
if you're not an avid sci-fi fan, you have no business playing Mass Effect. Yeah, I know
well,
if I come off rude, but yeah,
well, no, no, no. In To some extent, I would agree with you, but the thing is that even games or books or films, it makes no difference.
right.
They will hint or they will refer to events that occurred before.
Mhm.
So, for instance, it's like, say Mass Effect 2, and they'll refer to events that occurred in Mass Effect 1.
Right.
Now, because it's a sci-fi type of game,
Yeah.
it's very likely they'll also hint at reference, or they'll give you references to Star Trek or Babylon 5 or, you know, Deep Space Nine from Star Trek or Star Wars or, you know, um, classic science fiction films that about a million people in the world have ever watched. But they'll put them in there because those that actually understand it will get a chuckle from it. But the thing is that you to go into a game as developed as Mass Effect and then expect it to spoon feed you, it's not going to happen
Yeah.
because the I think the part of playing a game is it gets you to want to find out more.
Yeah, 'cause like say Final Fantasy 7 or 8 or whatever, I don't get all my story just for the game, man. I research it.
Well, an example, it's like
'Cause there's just some shit that they just don't leave out or if they can translate bad or something.
well, don't forget that 6, 7, and 8. The first translation was quite bad.
Yeah.
So someone will reference a character that wasn't actually mentioned before, and so for me, I'm like, what the hell are they talking about? So I go off to Google and search it up because I want to know. I'm the kind of person who actually wants to know what's going on in the backstory. That's just me. But the point is, it's not for everyone. And well, anyway, does it make sense to you?
Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, Monolith. They did a few good things, right?
Well, Monolith, they did. Monolith. I think Monolith Productions. They did Shogo, which I anyone terrible promotion I've got on my website. They did Blood. That was an interesting game as well. That was another first person shoot 'em up.
Oh, they
They
did.
did Septura Core.
Yeah, I was about to say that one. That's a great game. Only problem is that it's fucking I just don't like it's one of those RPGs, JRPGs. I don't like the battle system. And for PC, you
Yeah,
literally have to go freaking like you had to click on the character, then click on the ability, then click on the enemy. It's like
yeah, yeah, yeah. That point.
could you implement a
Yeah, point.
menu text like the arrow keys and shit?
No, no, no. I got a better one. Can't I use my joypad?
Uh,
Do I have to point and click?
oh, it's literally it's a hardcore PC game. But
Yeah,
I like the game's setting and story. It's really original. And for those who played the game, was it Xenoblade Chronicles for the Wii? I think this is
yeah.
what the Xenoblade got a lot of its fucking ideas from Septerra Core, especially the whole
No, no,
living
no, no, no,
planet.
no. No, that's a different company. But and I know what you mean. Xenoblade, it's Monolith Soft.
Yeah, I know that's what I'm saying.
We're talking about Monolith Productions, are we not?
Yeah, yeah, I'm just saying they got their ideas from this game.
Yeah, of course, of course.
But yeah, I was like, I want to play the game, but I am too lazy to be clicking like a madman just to do a battle. And I feel like
And
it's like a real time strategy game, like right, sort of way.
yeah, and I just don't have time for that because my brain is thinking RPG. What the fuck is going on here? Kind of thing. Because it's real time, whereas my brain is like, give me time to think about what I need to do. But anyway, they did Aliens versus Predator 2 in 2001. I mean, the game looks terrible today, but back in 2001, it was amazing because you got the aliens who are stealthy but didn't have much armor. Then you had the Predator who was bulky and powerful but slow, and the humans. And it was one of the yeah, it was one of the first multiplayer type games because Quake 3 and the original Unreal Tournament came out, I think, 1999 2000. But this was the first game where you had three different sort of races that were vastly different. And then they made Tron 2 or 2.0
Yeah.
because you had Tron 2.0. Well, no, that came out later, but this was based on the original Tron the movie, and it wasn't amazing, but it was still fun. And my favorite Monolith game has to be Fear. First Encounter Assault Recon.
Oh yeah, I love those games, especially Fear 2. But
Well, I love the Fear and I love Fear 2. Fear 3 wasn't made by Monolith, and if you ever played it, you would understand why. They just looked at Gears of War and they copied it. It wasn't Fear. Alma, she wasn't around. You didn't get the weird, scary moments where she'd appear and then just
yeah.
literally disintegrate in front of you. She wouldn't just be standing there behind you. It's like, wait a second. It's a bit, what the fuck? She's behind me.
You talking about Fear
No,
3?
Fear 2. Well, no, Fear 2 had that, but Fear 3,
Had none of
really
that.
bad,
Oh no.
really bad game.
Oh yeah, Fear. Yeah, Fear 2 though. I really need to play the other Fears, but so I never
I,
get to
I would,
finish.
if you like Fear 2, go and play the original Fear because it was released on the
Yeah.
Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. And if you overlook the fact that the graphics will not ever be as good as Fear 2 because it was released in 2005 rather than 2009.
I don't care about that. In fact, I love early 2000s PC graphics.
Well, you will love Fear because with Fear 2, you had the regeneration thing,
Yeah.
where you hid behind walls.
Yeah.
Uh, Basically, you had to pick up med packs.
Mhm.
And an example, there was points in Fear where I had nine head med packs, and I was getting my ass handed to me to such an extent that I went from nine to none in less than 2 minutes.
Wow. Oh yeah, it's those hauntings are just so awesome. I literally at one point I was like, she's behind me, isn't she? Yeah. And sure enough. Then there's this one part where literally if you just stand out, look outside, like peek your head out the door, you can see her peeking her head out from the corner of the hallway. It's like,
Yeah.
and she's just like staring, and then there was those times where she would just haunt you from afar, like kind of Easter egg type stuff. Cause, or at one point, if you like, if I like look in a certain direction, like far away, there's this one door with a window on it, and there she is standing, just staring at you, from
Yeah.
far away. It's like Easter egg hauntings now, you know.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
But no, seriously, I think you will really enjoy the first game. It may
Yeah.
not be graphically as good as Fear 2, but if you can overlook that, I think you will enjoy it.
I mean, I complete the first in the second game blind, and then I go halfway on fear extraction.
Mm.
Before like my Peter died and I lost my memory. I
Oh
got
man, that
like
sucks.
I don't want to fucking go through that again. Oh, 'cause that was scary to fear too, man. You should. I did a best of clips video. I should show you after this.
Fear will top Extraction Point.
Oh,
Seriously, there's some points in it where it's seriously WTF. An example, there's one point where you're walking through this sewer,
yeah.
water, slowly lapping as it does do.
Hmm.
And then suddenly it turns into just blood. Oh, huh? Huh? What the And so you just keep walking forwards, and then eventually it goes back to just the sewer water. But it's like, what the fuck is going on? And then Alma turns up in front of you. It's like, hi, and then she just disintegrates in front of you. I mean, you're gonna have fun.
Oh man.
No, but it's not gonna be like how can I put this? With Resident Evil, there's certain types of shocks that if you're not prepared, you're seriously crapping your pants. It's more like, what's going on? It's like, well, it's that sort of, that confusion state.
Yeah.
Where you're playing this game, you're seeing things, you're thinking, huh? rather than like when the dog jumps through the window in the original Resident Evil, and it's like fuck, get the fuck out, come on, run, and you're trying to get it to run forward while it's
To
doing that.
be fair, that's not really scary. It's just the jump scare,
Yeah, but when you got that weird tank controls and you're trying your best to run from a dog,
Yeah.
maybe it's just me, but that was a bit dodgy.
Oh,
And also, they did the Condemned games. Condemned Criminal Origins on the Xbox 360 and
those are
Condemned
good
2.
games. Yeah.
Have you actually played those? Because I've never played them.
Uh, yeah, they actually are very good. I really played the first one.
All right.
But I watched people I feel like the demo, but people have a
Mm.
ball with that game. They love it. Nobody really cares too much about the second game.
Yeah. Did you play
They
the second one?
oh yeah, I used to own the second one.
Did you like it?
Yeah, it was all right. It's got a bit repetitive and stuff, but it's like a lot of people seek out the second just because they love the first one so much. But the second one's a little disappointing compared to the first. It relied a lot more on brawling and stuff, and a lot more. You can just basically
All
pick up
right.
anything and like use it as a weapon.
All right. Oh no, fair enough. Fair enough. Just thought I'd ask because I did try to play the first one, but do you ever get days when you're just not in the mood for a certain type of game?
Yeah,
I just wasn't in the mood,
yeah.
so I've got to pick it up again and play it.
Oh, but here's another game my life did: The Matrix Online.
Oh yes, they did, didn't they?
Oh my god, that was so bad. It's like I should have been a free to play game. In fact, when it shut down, it had less than 500 subscribers.
Although to be fair, the Matrix 2 and 3, or the Matrix Reloaded and Revolution,
Yeah.
really wasn't anything to use as source material because they were bad. It's like, oh my god, the Matrix Online is shit. Well, have you seen the Matrix Reloaded and Revolution? Good point. Can't argue with that. They
Yeah.
were bad.
It's like, do you want to be a fighter or a hacker? I was like, sure, everyone wants to be a fighter. You know?
Exactly. Everyone wants to be Neo. It's like, why doesn't anyone want to be Trinity or the guy that sweeps the floor, or it's a policeman that gets killed? Because we want to be Superman.
Albeit though, the two Matrix games, Path of Neo and Enter the Matrix, I thought were very fun.
All right.
I guess I kind of liked the movies. I didn't like the third one so much because it was like only like one Matrix fight, but I loved it all
Yeah.
the Matrix battles in the second one. They kind of like freaking overloaded the fucking now with Matrix fights.
Yeah, that's true. But then they made them back to back, and the problem is, in my opinion, when you make films back to back, with the exception of possibly Lord of the Rings,
Yeah.
it normally doesn't work
Mhm.
that well. I mean, look at the Hobbit films, and they made all three back to back, and they just feel like they're trying to recreate the Lord of the Rings feel that
Yeah.
happened a decade ago, but we've seen it already. No one really cares. Does it make sense?
Yeah, and the Lord of the Rings money.
Yeah.
Oh man. Let's see here.
Microsoft?
What? Oh, I was gonna say. Let's look at the other games real quick. Speaking of Lord of the Rings, they had Guardians of Middle Earth, which is
All
just a
right.
free to play strategy game. And
All right.
now they have Middle Earth Shadow of Mordor coming out.
Okay. Have you
And
played those?
what?
Have you ever played any of
It
those?
just didn't seem like my style of game. Not too big on strategy games.
All right.
Oh, but also they also make Gotham City Imposters,
Okay.
which is basically either cosplay as Batman or the Joker. He literally plays a random dude in the makeup or the costume, and it's basically like Call of Duty, but with silly gimmicks.
Well, to be honest, I think Call of Duty could do with some gimmicks.
Yeah. Oh, I take a minute to watch this real quick.
Yeah, yeah,
All right,
yeah.
break time.
Yep. See you when you get back.
All right. Free to watch this together.
All right.
I just wanted to show you the trailer I made, the fear extraction point. Uh, there.
Right. When you're ready.
All right, 3, 2, 1, click.
Yep.
This is all blind, by the way.
All right.
Oh, how fucking sweet. Jesus. Okay, open up.
Oh yes, I remember this.
Oh god. That scared me. Open up. Okay,
I remember this. Yeah, I think you have to go around the other
Jesus.
side.
You can open yet? Thank you. It's on, baby. Die, you punk wannabe.
I'm glad it's not just me that
him.
reacted that way.
What they're saying. Yeah, the black guy always dying first is the 90s cliche. Nowadays, the cliche is the fatties go first. It sucks as BigDanz is a fatty. That's why I put big in my YouTube name. And is that the fucking Triforce of Blood? Oh dear.
That doesn't sound good.
When it,
You see him too, don't you?
yeah.
I love the way it says you see him too, don't you?
Yeah.
No wonder Jen's having
It's
trouble.
like, no shit, Sherlock.
Damn, when Alma plays patty cake, she plays it for keeps.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hi.
Man, this is not
Oh.
right.
Alma's paging me. You don't want to keep her wedding. Fuck! I forgot to pick up milk at the store. I'll be right back. I like Holiday.
This is funny.
Even if he isn't getting much done, at least he doesn't get killed.
Oh, I would regret saying that.
Not good.
What the hell? Oh my god. Woo! Oh my goodness. What the fuck? Something hurting me?
You know what I'm gonna do?
What the fuck? Dude!
I'm gonna put this
Holiday! My god!
with the recording.
Okay.
Because it'll make sense.
Sweet
It'll make
Jesus!
sense.
Yeah.
Oh. They're raping him! Okay, he's a goner. Oh, what the fuck? You're still alive? Oh my god, this is the slowest step ever. Jesus, I practically caught him.
He's actually kicking his own arm.
What is this Leviathan? It's... My flashlight's broken too.
It's actually being out.
And that music is
Alright, fine, let's go this way.
so scary.
Yeah.
I mean,
Jesus.
you know, when the music
Oh!
kicks in, it's like, you know, shit's about to get real.
I just started
Oh.
laughing.
Oh god.
Trust me, the original Fear is even worse than this.
Oh man.
But it's weird. Like I said, it's weird in a different way. In
Yeah. I trust you.
it's like confusion. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's
No! I don't wanna.
where are those footprints going? And how come I never
Hey,
noticed them before?
hey darling.
Alice, who the fuck?
I have to come closer, don't I?
Pun?
Said I have to get closer, don't I?
Yeah,
We're gonna have to talk about this.
yeah. I hated it when it used to go in the slow mo thing.
Fuck. What's real? What's not? Oh my god.
Someone has been reading Nietzsche again.
Ah.
Yeah,
Am I dying?
this used to annoy me. Suddenly you get these weird
As hell.
ghosty type things just
I
attacking you
glitching.
from somewhere.
That ruined his night.
In your
Did
face!
he glitch again? Oh shit!
Big.
Yeah, that's Ed 209 if ever.
Do I want to fuck yeah? Oh god, here we go again. Ooh.
Fuck out. That is awesome. I am definitely downloading that and putting
Bullshit,
it
bullshit,
with
bullshit, bullshit,
the-
bullshit, bullshit,
the
bullshit,
recording.
tire, bullshit, plane.
because
bullshit.
otherwise it'll make no sense.
Oh.
It'll just sound like girls all just laughing.
Yeah. I'm gonna kick this
What
Japanese
are they
guy's
laughing at?
ass.
Oh, you'll see.
Seriously.
That is awesome.
Thank you. I know I can
And I'm gonna shove my foot up her ass.
Yeah, that was.
And leave the
that
boot.
was.
That way, every time she
And
farts,
I
she smells
think,
leather.
you got the best moments as well because you get that through the game.
Yeah.
Oh, that ain't good.
You know, it's like blood just appearing out of nowhere. And then you got the because in the original game, it turns out that your brother
And your booty.
works for some agency that's turned into a super soldier.
Oh, but I want a
And,
pony.
well, you kill him
Yeah.
because it's not a spoiler because you played the extraction point, so they mention that all the time. But it's just kind of weird that this dude comes back from the grave.
Yeah.
Are you dead?
Okay, I get it.
All right.
Time to ignite the fart.
Tomb Raider.
Yeah. Ready?
Enjoy.
3, 2, 1, play. It's also a blind run.
That was quite.
All right.
A parachute, really?
What is that thing behind you?
It's a freaking
Oh,
purple
it's a
plane.
helicopter. Oh, helicopter.
Fuck.
No, seriously, I really need to buy Tomb Raider.
It's really damn good.
No, I saw it recently for about £20. Oh,
Damn it.
I would have bought it, but I just didn't have them.
Plane's coming. I don't know. That ain't good.
This scene there is fucking epic. Oh, bullshit.
Time for big dance.
Oh, hey, glitch. I guess that's supposed to go up my ass.
About 43 seconds.
Okay.
Oh. Yep, this is all on tape, folks.
No
time yet?
52
Okay.
or 54.
Okay.
I don't have time.
I'm just slightly behind, but not that far.
Okay.
Okay.
She looks like someone
Bye, guys.
just dropped some acid in her while she wasn't looking. Whoa, why is everything all blurry?
Gas chamber.
Yeah.
Like the fart.
Nope, I don't hear shit, and you'll never hear a damn thing again. I'm so sorry for your damn luck.
I'm gonna come up here and punch you in the nuts.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
But
That
let's
was
just
awesome,
hope that
glitch.
we're high enough up that we can actually use it. It's like, yeah, the parachute worked, but you only got 400 feet.
Oh, bring it on, sweetheart.
Huh? The way she does that.
Drop your weapons, or we kill your friend. Don't fucking do it.
Yeah.
Nothing, pal.
Yeah.
Now kick them off the
You're
edge.
tough there. Nice.
That is weird.
Yeah, he's from Glasgow, right? At least you get to keep your bow.
I'm off.
Oh, this is Chris Redfield. I pretty much felt like a fucking, like a, oh god, my face. Oh.
I'm a retard. I don't hear anything. Hey, wait a second.
Are we
someone
seriously
just stabbed
inside
me from the back.
Paris
How
Open
did we never heard
Snatch? Yeehaw! Oh, gee!
her? Yeah.
Woo, woo. Oh, I got it, don't worry.
Yeah, literally.
Fuck you. China is weird. Fucking little pimp slap. Gotta keep that pimp hand strong. Okay, so here's Ada Boop.
What's this? Gears of War Wars of Tomb Raider? or what?
Oh, look, jets. Oh, look. Burning breath. Well, shit.
Then he dies.
Suddenly daylight. Oh no, this was the burning death.
He's still
He blew up in Glasgow.
No, he's burning
Blew
it
up.
to death.
the evidence.
Oh, all right. I was going to say, if he blew up in Glasgow, why is he not
By
dead?
burning it
I
to
live there.
death.
Yeah. There can only be one.
Did he just tail whip a fucking helicopter?
She's like, what the
Oh my
fuck
God,
is
a
going on
clone.
around me? Yeah.
Let's save the world.
That
Shake
is
you.
good.
Die, traffic on, die.
That is good.
No.
Yeah.
The traffic gonna kill my fucking family. You guys still understand. Fuck off. Fuck off, traffic cone. A zombie helicopter, really?
We're going to China.
I thought I was gonna say Disneyland. God damn it. Yeah,
There we are.
I know Kung Fu.
Bear with me.
Bitch, I work out 8 times a day.
Yep, I'm ready when you are.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Go. Wait a second, which one is... There we are.
What?
Resident Evil 6.
What happened to the legendary Chris Redfield, huh? It's you.
Cocaine.
It's a good thing Finn's not around to see you this way.
Pimp slap. What is this, Resident Evil on steroids? I mean, Jesus Christ, you still got the atomic bomb in the distance, and they just look at it as if it's an everyday occurrence.
何が起こってるんだ全ては主神ヒベレウスを権限させるため世界創造の時は近い
Don't make me laugh when I'm drinking something. Zombie helicopter. How long is that nuke gonna stay in the air? That is awesome. Wow. Wow. I love you, man. Give me a kiss. Well, it does have that look. It's almost like, what happened to you, man? And then, you know, they French kiss.
Yeah.
Well, I just get that kind of feeling.
Oh my
It's like-
god, if I were doing another playthrough, I'm gonna add, and I will always love you.
Still giving me ideas. I might use that.
Oh, man.
The other one is Celine Dion. My heart will go on.
Yeah.
And my heart will go on.
Anyways, I guess back to work.
Yeah, people listening thinking what is going on here, but that's so funny. I'm going to use those 3 videos if you don't mind.
Okay. Oh boy. Anyways, see your Namco Bandai.
Yeah.
That's quite a history of them. Where the game's at?
Well, Namco Bandai, I mean, before they, kind of merged, because Bandai kind of made toys and shit. And, Namco have been going since the 1970s.
Oh yeah, I know. But they have a lot of good video games.
Oh, yeah.
Like Xenosaga.
Yeah, or Galaxian.
Oh yeah.
Well, no, Xenosaga was Monolith Soft. They worked for Konami. Don't quote me. Was it Bandai?
Maybe.
I'm pretty sure it's
Yeah,
Konami.
yeah, could run that.
No, I'm pretty sure that Xenosaga was published by Konami.
Feel free to correct us, folks.
No. I stand corrected. It was Namco because I just checked the Monolith Soft. So You're right, and I'm wrong. And Ridge Racer. I mean, come on, lad. I mean, you can. There's no one that did not laugh when what's his name? What's his name? Ken Kutaragi in 2006 came out and said, on the PlayStation 3 we got Ridge Racer 7. Yeah, but Ridge Racer 6 came out on the Xbox 360, dude. Uh, you know that moment. It's like, and does that make sense?
I know, right?
So, and then they made Tekken. That was one of their really good games.
Oh yeah, Tekken. No, I love that series. Oh man,
I was never good at Tekken for some
it
reason.
took me a while to get used to it. Ugh. But yeah, just gotta get some practice at it.
Oh, I'm just rubbish at that game.
Uh,
You know, some people are good at some things. I'm just not very good at Tekken because I'd be sitting there going, kick, motherfucker, kick, fucking, why is kicking so slow? What is wrong here? Punch, punch, punch.
why am I losing to a kangaroo?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
I'm surprised that you haven't mentioned Natsume because they tend to do those sort of dance type games.
I don't really do dance games. I make fun of them a
Well,
lot.
well, fair enough.
I don't need a game for me to make a silly dance video. Oh man.
Well, I'm up for that because you know, I don't care about it. It's fun. Naughty Dog, Jack and Daxter,
Yeah.
Uncharted, which I'm pretty sure that you like. The Last of Us, which apparently has been remade again for the PlayStation 4.
Yeah, it's a popular PlayStation game.
Well, you know, you can't knock someone for trying to make a little bit more money.
Yeah, and then we got Crash Bandicoot.
Oh, I love Crash Bandicoot. I've actually got that on my Sony PlayStation mobile phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, it came with it. It's like, ooh, something I actually played. Nice. Hey.
It's like, you were around 96. Why'd you play Crash Bandicoot?
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
I didn't really
Yeah.
experience
Go on.
it because I think I was playing Spyro at the time.
Well, to be honest, Crash Bandicoot reminded me a lot of Sonic, but the only difference was whereas because Sonic was 2D, he sort of span forwards, didn't he?
Yeah.
Where with the original Crash Bandicoot, he sort of span sideways,
Yeah.
you know, to give this impression of 3D.
Yeah, they were really relying a lot on the 3D.
But no, I actually enjoyed it. It was, you know, nothing special about the game,
Yeah.
but it was just a little fun little game to play. You know, not every game has to be, you know, the groundbreaking game that everyone will remember. You know, some games can be just fun.
Yeah.
Like, do you remember when games were just fun?
Oh yeah, God, that was a great time, wasn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah,
So
now every fucking game has to be pretentious.
yeah, or you know, they're trying to be the next great thing,
Yeah.
and they spend an absolute fortune, and someone comes along and says, "Why don't you just make it fun?"
Yeah, Crash
Oh,
Bandicoot was
shit.
cool back when games weren't so fucking into the media.
And also, don't forget that the Crash Bandicoot, it was limited to the hardware. You know, think about it. It's like the PlayStation had about 256 kilobytes of RAM.
Yeah.
Imagine what it could do with 8 gigabytes on the PlayStation 4. Yeah, it would be far more expansive, I would have thought.
You could be the Bandicoot.
Yes. You know, the Bandicoot, you know, Crash turns around and says, "You and me, I am you. So let's get on with this." Whoa! Yeah, that kind of weird philosophy that makes absolutely no sense. What is he talking about?
Uh,
By the way, did you ever play The Last of Us? Because
I have.
did
I think
pick that up.
I'm not sure if I deleted videos, but I uploaded some of like my first time, and I didn't like the game. I was like the only guy at the time that didn't like it. Uh,
Well, no, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. I'm asking for your opinion, not their opinion.
um, if you're into stealth games, pick it up. It's kind of got like a It's kind of got like a realistic zombie game. I like that part because like
Yeah, I really don't know how to do stealth. My idea
yeah, same here.
is give me a Gatling gun, I kick the front door open and kill everyone.
Yeah, it's primarily a stealth game. It's got some shooter sections when you come across
Mm.
some assholes. and you gotta
Yeah.
be really fucking sparing for ammo.
Yeah.
It's one of those games, so you gotta kind of like make your own bullets with supplies you can find around the area.
All right.
So a lot of times, like you want to shoot them, or you want like stealth around and like stab in the back of the head or something. Um,
Okay.
but it's kind of got this realistic zombie approach where like in real life, you would be like fucking sneaking around zombies, not fucking kicking the door with a fucking
Well,
AK-47 and med packs. You know,
of course. I
'cause-
mean, in the real world, you wouldn't even want the zombies to know you were there.
yeah. So basically you sneak around these zombies, which they got their own name for them. 'Cause they're clickers. That's what they are, clickers.
All right. Well,
They're
they sit there and start clicking. No,
Oh
I'm
yeah, they
just.
got this creepy clicking sound. Like you can look at well, I can just play through of it because it's a good story too. Up until it's a really good story. And really dramatic. So kind of
Mm.
like sort of like Walking Dead, the video game. If that was done right,
All right.
But yeah, follow the Walking Dead drama. But I would say yeah, play it. Like give it a shot because if you're not good at stealth, I probably wouldn't recommend it. But
Oh,
and I suck at stealth. That's what got me frustrated. Like I didn't like the stealth sections. It was cool, but I couldn't do it.
I was going to say it's like playing something along the lines of say Deus Ex.
Yeah,
I'm the kind of guy that would just shoot the person rather
yeah,
than deal with stealth.
yeah. Same with Deus Ex and Metal Gear. Why I like those is that I try. I attempt to do the stealth. I try, and sometimes I succeed, and most times I don't. So I
Hmm.
basically I play stealthy until I get caught, and then I shoot up the room.
Yeah.
At least with Metal Gear and Deus Ex, you're given the tools for that option. You
Yeah.
don't get that in Last of Us.
All right.
If you're spotted, man, you might be able to fight your way out of the troopers or the bandits, whatever. But if it's zombies, you need to like fucking run, and hopefully you don't get caught, and lose them.
No, it's just that when you said that, the first thing that came in my mind was, if you get spotted, you're fucked.
You pretty much are. Like I said, you gotta fucking like be lucky and lose them. Uh,
Yeah.
uh,
But do you think it's worth picking up if I could get it cheap?
Cheap, yes, cheap. Definitely. Because if
Oh,
anything, it definitely does immerses you in a fucking zombie apocalypse. It does a good job at
okay.
that. Because not only are you fucking trying to avoid them, but you're also avoiding the people that are like trying to fucking steal
Mm.
whatever food you got, or fucking the assholes in the apocalypse. And the fact that you gotta like build and rely on limited supplies.
All right.
Yeah, so it does a good job at making a zombie apocalypse. So.
Okay. Okay. Well, maybe I'll give that a try.
Like I probably cause I rented it twice, and I said if it was one of those games like if I could just got for free, I would give it another shot. Like
All
if it was
right.
like if they gave it away on PlayStation Plus, yeah, I would have given it another shot. Um,
All right.
I it's
Okay.
like guys like Brett like rag on the PlayStation Plus service so much, but Plus is only for games where like I want to play them, but I don't want to pay money for them. That
Oh,
sounds weird, but it's like yeah, it's like I didn't want to really invest in that fucking game, but since it's free, I'll play it now.
all right.
Yeah.
No, but then to be fair, the
Yeah.
point is that you know that it's a rental service,
Yeah.
and you're paying for it anyway.
Right.
So the game is free because it's not like you're paying for PlayStation Plus just for the games.
Yeah.
If you use it properly, there's a lot that you can actually do.
Yeah, like I love the discounts. I probably bought so many fucking games thanks to those discounts. Like I definitely made up the difference in whatever fees I had to pay for the
Mm.
service and
Yeah.
more. It's like I bought so many fucking games thanks to that extra few bucks the discounts took off.
Hmm.
Yeah, if I paid like $10 that month for it, I must have saved like 30. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, the thing is it's horses for courses. The point is, you know what you're getting. With the PlayStation Plus service, when they offer you a free game, you know that you've only got a limited amount of time to play it. It's not like they're trying to say, "Oh, you get this forever."
Yeah, it's just a rental service, like and I already fucking invest when there's a game like I'd rather pay $6 than 50. So
Yeah,
and yeah,
absolutely.
and then I just get my fill and send it back to digital hell.
I mean, the thing is what Brett doesn't understand is no system is perfect.
Hmm.
I mean, the thing is I bought games on which apparently required Steam on the PC. and I only really found out after I bloody bought them.
Yeah.
And so now I've got a game which I can't give to a friend
Hmm.
because it's stuck on my account.
Yeah.
But these things happen.
Right.
You learn from your mistakes. Or you realize how the system works.
Hmm.
So it's like they're offering you a free game. If you want to play it, play it. If not, then it disappears. Stop moaning. It's free.
But yeah, folks. Last of Us, basically, it's a good game. I just had a bad experience of it because the genre, but great game.
Yeah.
Pick it up.
Yeah.
And they did actually have a little controversy, which is kind of weird that the game even did it. But they basically had like underage lesbians in one of the expansions.
Oh, come on, be honest. It's just so easy to create controversy.
I know, it's like, but yeah, these girls aren't even fully developed. They look 13, 14,
Yeah.
obviously, and they're kissing. I guess, yeah, because the world's full
Yeah,
of
but then
assholes.
to be fair, the actor which the main one of the characters is based on is in her late 20s, and she still looks like she's 13.
Yeah, yeah, I never really got into that. But I think the thing with all these age differences, like, is that the age of consent is a lot different in Japan,
Yeah,
and
it's 14.
13.
It's actually 13.
Yep, it's 13.
Well, it's 14 in Spain,
Yeah.
so it's kind of weird.
So yeah, it's like I remember freaking we were playing Binary Domain and there's one chick that's like 15 and like, you want to go out with me? And my friend got uncomfortable. I'm like, it's okay in their country. Yeah,
Well, no, example, in the 1800s in the
yeah,
UK, it was not considered uncommon
yeah,
for a guy in his 40s to marry someone that's 13.
yeah.
Whereas today it'd be like, dude, you're a paedophile, put him in prison.
Pretty much, yeah.
But
Back if you once you hit 13, like, oh, you're available. Let's slap a ring on your finger.
yeah, yeah,
Oh, she's on the market and yank her off the market.
yeah.
uh,
But
anyways,
the point is just that times change
yeah.
and
But
different
yeah, in case
cultures.
everybody wonders, why there's like underage girls technically characters. Technically, that was okay by in Japan, you know,
Mm,
and some European countries.
yeah,
Anywho, let's see here. NC Soft made
yeah.
Lineage
They're
and
the
Guild
ones.
Wars.
I tried lineage. What was it? Lineage 2,
Yeah,
and I just thought it was shit because I actually bought Guild Wars the original game,
yeah,
and it was okay, but it's kind of weird because no one actually wanted to go on a quest. They wanted to do breakdancing, so you get the cities and they're all doing
yeah.
this weird.
A lot of people made fun of that. Get Guild Wars 2, I would say, because the questing is original.
All
It's
right.
a lot got original quests and stuff, and it's got a lot of story-based cutscenes and stuff.
Well, no, the original game did have that, but
Yeah,
it just seemed a bit weird that no one wanted to actually go on a
yeah,
quest. It's like, no, we're having more fun breakdancing. What
yeah.
are you doing?
The co-op was a lot better because you literally just walk in. You had like do like too many party invites and shit like that. You can start like walk in the same area and like slay little dragons with the guy, and it would add to their account as well as yours. So you kind of be help benefit each other.
Yeah,
And plus, it's also you just pay once and the game's yours. So
yeah, yeah. That's true. That's true.
uh,
It was fun though, and the weird thing is, I actually thought that Guild Wars spoiled my experience of Elder Scrolls 4
right.
because the graphics in Guild Wars, in my opinion, were so good.
Mhm.
The crop actually sort of moved backwards and forwards with the wind. The lighting, everything. And so when I got out of the dungeon with that king that's voiced by Patrick Stewart,
Yeah.
the first thing I thought was, this looks like Guild Wars, but in single player mode. Woohoo! No annoying other characters that are going to try and kill me.
Pretty much.
Yes.
Except for when you're wanted by half the towns.
Yeah.
Kill a fucking chicken, the whole world loses its mind.
Or in my case, walk up and get on a horse and get killed.
Yeah. I remember one time I teleported somewhere and the horse teleported next to me, and some random dude just like jumped out from the side of the screen and like chopped down the horse. Like, what did the horse do to you?
Yeah, leave my horse alone, man. It's my friend.
The other weirdest horse stuff was like my horse must have like the world's weakest ankles because I jumped like a freaking 2 foot rock and it fell over and died. Like that's not supposed to happen.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Good times, eh?
Yeah. Oh, I really gotta play Oblivion sometime. It's just that game's so massive.
I know. What puts me off is just if you get the Game of the Year edition, there's just so much to play.
Yeah, and I got this fucking strategy guide that's like, I don't know, it's I don't know how many pages long. It's big.
Well, it's probably the size of Lord of the Rings if it's anything like anything
Yeah.
like it.
Oh, it's like, where do you begin?
It's like, dude, man.
I like to.
You're not meant to make a walkthrough guide that's the size of the Lord of the Rings. Come on. Is there really that much material? Yes, there
I
is.
like to be a vampire in that one though, because they really gimped vampires in Skyrim. And vampires in Skyrim, you actually still walk around in daylight and stuff. You're just really weaker and shit like that. But and
Yeah.
I think, but if in Oblivion, if you're out in the daylight, you begin to sizzle. That's
Yeah. Yeah.
oh man, you had to really like, cause fucking literally, if you start seeing the sun come, I mean, you got to book for the nearest cave or freaking house. I thought that was pretty
Yeah.
good,
Yeah.
fucking role playing.
Well, yeah. Because then at least that way you're looking out the window thinking the sun's up, right? I'll
Yeah.
just chill here.
Wait a tick. This is
Yeah. Wait a second, someone's got black windows. You bastard!
oh man. Let's see here. Then next we have NetherRealm Studios, for the guys who took over Mortal Kombat and made Injustice.
Yep. Tell us about them because I know nothing about that company.
The new Mortal Kombat game is pretty much like the best one since Mortal Kombat 2. You know,
Okay.
they brought back the 2D fighting system, but it's like 3D graphics.
Yeah.
And really, just really damn good, and they got a pretty damn good storyline. Going over, like reliving the freaking events of Mortal Kombat 1 through 3.
All right.
Oh man, like I said, it's an extremely good game. Yeah, I recommend picking it up. PlayStation version if you want the most characters, exclusive characters.
All right. Because they went through some weird phase where you had certain characters that were exclusive to a particular system.
Yep, PS, yeah, PlayStation 1. And then they made Injustice: Gods Among Us, which is the Justice League fighting game where
Okay.
Superman goes cray cray and
Yeah.
starts killing people, and a freaking big alternate universe war, and it's not as good as Mortal Kombat,
Mhm.
but still, it's a good fighter with your favorite superheroes.
Yeah, but it's, would you say it's worth buying?
Yeah, I'd say it's worth buying.
Okay.
I think Alessia did a playthrough on it or something. Can't remember. But yeah, basically like, the Joker actually really gone too far. Joker basically killed Lois Lane and blew up Metropolis. So Superman's got like nothing to fucking live for.
Yeah.
And so he fucking kills Joker and goes insane, and
Yeah.
it's pretty. Because it was funny too is that he started picking on Superman because he got bored of always losing to Batman.
Yeah.
It's- oh, some people can't just take it as well as Batman.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a good game to pick up. Both those NetherRealm Studio games.
All right. Well, I'll pick them up when I get a little bit of money.
Okay. Okay, then we have Neversoft. Remember when Guitar Hero is everywhere?
Oh God, fucking Guitar Hero. Look, when Guitar Hero 1 came out, it was just fresh and new. It was just
Yeah.
something totally different. And then by the time you had because you had Guitar Hero 1, 2, and 3, which was, for single player.
Yeah.
And then you had Rock Band. And Guitar Hero released their own version with so many frigging instruments that it cost about $200-300 just to buy the frigging kit.
Yeah. And there was like fucking so many like drunk, and it was fucked up too. Is like they were compatible for the sequel game. You had to buy a whole other fucking kit. So you had like
Yeah,
closets or flea markets full of fucking useless, $1 kits or something.
yeah, and it's not just that because I think Rock Band they did the same because each time they released a new version, they added another instrument.
Yeah.
So it's a case of yeah, you can use your old instruments, or you can buy the same shit again and another one.
There were some kids in our neighborhood. I got these brothers. Every time they have a fucking fight, they would like the way to like shake hands with bygones with icons was just play a rock band session together.
Yeah,
uh,
yeah,
but otherwise they did the Tony Hawk series, which I liked them to a point. They got repetitive. I got
yeah. Round about Tony Hawk 3
Yeah,
because
Tony Hawk 2 was my favorite 'cause it had Spider-Man in it. But I also enjoyed Tony Hawk Underground too because that was
yeah,
like
I was going to say Tony Hawk 2 that came out on the Dreamcast.
yeah,
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure that was the best of
PS1
them.
as well. Um,
Yeah,
but yeah, and Tony Hawk Underground series, especially Underground 2, was like that's like a fucking episode of Viva La Bam in video game form. Uh,
yeah. Oh, you know.
that's a great game. It's one of my favorite games of all time, actually.
Okay.
Uh,
I remember they released Gun. That was the second
yeah, that was kind of like a
best first person shoot 'em up sort of
yeah,
game.
that was kind of like the rival to Red Dead Revolver for a while.
Yeah, except that it came out long before.
Yeah. Oh man, then I see Maple Story. Never played that.
Maple Story is just some random platform game which on the PC was free.
Hmm.
You can get it for free if you want it on the PC, but there's nothing special about it at all.
Yeah. Oh, and then we had this one publisher. I don't know if anybody's heard of them. Nintendo. Um,
Nintendo. That name kind of rings a bell, but I can't remember where I've heard it before.
and I don't know if this fucking start date is accurate. 1869. Right. Okay. Maybe it's a
Nintendo are a very strange company because they have so many amazing IPs throughout the years,
yeah.
which well for me I kind of think why is it that well, an example, for the first 100 years they made playing cards, and then suddenly someone said, let's make a games console. You're a fucking genius. And suddenly they made, shitloads of money. And they had, lots and lots and lots of IPs, games that they made themselves, which they made once, and then they never actually made sequels to. And then you get other games like, Mario, Zelda, Metroid, which they just, they release every
Yeah.
so often.
Yeah, we're not gonna go over those games because you should all guys already know about them,
Yeah,
and that's
exactly.
their own videos basically.
Exactly. So the point is that it just seems weird to me that there's so many games that they've made which they don't actually bring back. I mean, think about it. There are audiences of fans today that have never played 8-bit Nintendo games,
Oh my
and
god. Yeah, I was
there's
talking to a kid. I might end up with a Nintendo DS now. I wasn't even planning on getting that thing, getting a freaking Nintendo DS, but I might have one laying in my lap 'cause he wants to sell it to me. And I'm talking about my Sega CD issues with him, and he's like Sega CD, what the hell's that about? Like 1994? He's like, oh, this-
exactly. Exactly. But Nintendo today, oh dear. Someone should seriously cut back on their marijuana budget.
yeah. Be right back, man. Okay, watch my.
All right. See. Yeah, no. In my opinion, I think Nintendo are a company that they did well for a certain period of time, but nowadays, not so much. I mean, they seem to think that because the Wii was successful, it's like this one-hit wonder that they can continue to make these wacky peripherals that no one actually asks for. I mean, what a lot of people, well, actually, you probably know as well. The Nintendo 64 was a flop because it was cartridge based and the games were, ridiculously expensive. The GameCube was actually a really, really good format. But the problem was the PlayStation 2 came out,
I'm back.
well, in the UK 2 years before the GameCube. And it was a better better platform graphically. It could hold 3 times as much storage as the GameCube, and it was popular. People had heard of the PlayStation 2,
Okay.
whereas the GameCube was some new device that kind of looked like a handbag because you had this weird handle on it, which kind of looked like something that you walk down the street with rather than actually plugged into your TV. And so, in my opinion, Nintendo, they really needed to get someone with a completely different perspective. Now, I was just, saying the reason why I think that Nintendo's not doing so well.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
N60,
like the Wii was good. Kind of a flash in the pan, I guess.
well, it was because the problem is the Nintendo 64 cartridge is way too expensive.
Yeah,
The GameCube was too late.
yeah. The Wii was good for 2 years, and then it just didn't match up against the other two.
I mean, the thing is with the Wii U, I
And the Wii U,
actually,
yeah.
I own the Wii U. The uh, Unlike a lot of people who online have never actually played one, the graphics are fine. The graphics are 1080p. The quality of the graphics are good enough for me. You know, the detail of the graphics is fine.
Mhm.
But the problem I had was, and we know that Nintendo would say to the game companies, right, we had this iPad wannabe. You have to put this in your game. But we don't want to use it. You have to use it. Oh, fuck you. Bye. We're going to the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you.
The point is that when you try to enforce something on the publisher, it is so much cheaper just to stick with a system that they know. I
Mhm.
mean, the PlayStation 4 is a joypad. Yeah, all right, the Xbox One has that stupid camera, but you don't have to use it. It seems to me that what Nintendo need to do is stop trying to tell the games companies how to make their games. Just my opinion.
Yeah.
And
But yeah, like people seem to go bend over to Nintendo because they are the godfather of gaming. Yeah.
yeah, but they were the godfather
Yeah,
of gaming
word.
in the 1990s. The godfather of gaming today is Sony,
Yep.
and even they had to eat humble pie.
Mhm.
Because you remember when the PlayStation 3 came out, they were acting like they had the biggest dick in the planet.
Yeah, 'cause
Like,
PlayStation,
yeah,
because
yeah,
they
go on.
dominated for 2 straight console generations.
Absolutely. But the thing is that even Sony have admitted their mistakes and they've realized that, we can't keep losing billions of dollars. So how about we actually listen to the people that make the games
Mhm.
and make something that they want?
Yep.
And even then, the only reason why they're so popular is because Microsoft fucked up so badly at the E3 show that the Sony were forced to change their plans with their DRM. Because if Microsoft had not have been panned as badly, I can guarantee to you that half the shit that Microsoft were going to do, Sony were going to do as well. So let's not make Sony out like it's some savior. But Nintendo really need to look at their older games.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. It's like Paper Mario 2. Uh, Paper Mario RPG. How about a new Zelda game rather than a remake, please? Icarus. Is it Icarus?
Yeah.
What's the name of
Kid
that?
Icarus.
Kid Icarus. Yes, yes. Can we have one? Can we have a full-fledged version of that game on the, the home console, not just a handheld?
Yeah.
If I was them, I would be buying the Mega Man series from Capcom because clearly those retards don't know what the fuck to
I
do with
know.
it.
Only if I was a billionaire, I would be fucking buying the IP and be like, KJ, you want it? Anybody else wants a Mega Man game?
Well, here's the thing. Nintendo has about, what is it, about 80 to $100 billion in cash in the bank.
Damn. That's more than
Well,
Sony
just
does. I mean, not more than EA does. Wait, Capcom. That's Capcom.
and Sony.
Yeah.
But I would go to Capcom and say, "You're retards. We're going to give you 500 million for Mega Man." And Capcom are like, "Fuck, we've only got 100 million in the bank. Yeah, go on." So they sell it to you, and you will find that some of the fans that hated Nintendo for the Wii U will put up with that Mickey Mouse bullshit just to play Mega Man Legends free.
Mm-hmm.
Am I wrong?
Nope. Anyway.
And the thing is that Nintendo get kudos, and it's money that's just lying around in the bank anyway.
True that. All right, get it out of Nintendo's freaking warehouse. Obsidian Entertainment. Freaking Dave.
Obsidian, for me, are kind of love and hate.
Yep.
Because I know there's some that will disagree with me, but I think Obsidian are actually a good company. But they tend to pick up games that were huge,
Mm-hmm.
Knights of the Old Republic, and then they kind of make shit versions of it.
Yeah, Knights of the Republic 2 basically had like no ending, I heard. Let's see here. Neverwinter Nights 2. Interested in that. Alpha Protocol
No,
2. That was really badly programmed.
pardon?
Alpha Protocol 2.
All right.
Alpha Protocol. That was really badly programmed. Fallout New Vegas was like their only good game.
Yeah.
Dungeon Siege 3. It was like, pretty obscure.
It was rubbish.
And people talk about South Park Stick of Truth, but I hear more bad than good.
Well, the problem the problem with a game that's based on South Park is that you've got a specific type of sense of humor, which only kind of works when you've seen South Park once.
Mm-hmm.
And South Park have been around nearly as long as the Simpsons, or
Yeah.
it feels like it anyway. And the humor's kind of worn off on me. I don't know
Yeah.
about you, but
From what I can tell, they're doing a lot better than The Simpsons did over longevity.
yeah.
But yeah, I just got tired of watching South Park, especially when I stopped watching cable.
No, because for me, I kind of stopped watching South Park around about 2007 or 8
Mm.
because it kind of got boring. It's like, must every episode have a moral outcome? It's like, oh, I learned something new today. It's like, no,
Yeah,
you
like I
didn't.
learned I like the first seasons better when there were more original stories, because it
Yeah.
just became like, what trend or celebrity are we gonna make fun of this week?
Mm,
They're just parodying real life too much, and I just didn't care for it.
yeah. No, but Neverwinter Nights 2, in my opinion, it was not a bad game. It's just that the expectation of it was unobtainable. It's
Mhm.
unrealistic because the Neverwinter Nights 1 was made by BioWare.
Mhm.
Some people just love everything by BioWare.
Yeah.
And so when Neverwinter Nights 2 was released, people had expectations that could never be achieved. It's like, oh my god, Neverwinter Nights 2, this game is going to be so fucking awesome. It's good. Oh my. And then when they played it, it's like, oh, yeah, it's all right. And then they started bitching because, it's not as good as they wanted to be. But it wasn't a bad game.
Yeah. It's like, what the fuck?
Even Dungeon Siege 3, it wasn't brilliant, but I think the problem Obsidian suffer from is when they're taking over a franchise from another company, then it's to do with direction. So you've got one company that's they basically caught the fire in the bottle,
Yeah.
and they're trying to recreate that feeling, and it's something that's impossible. The same with Star Wars: The Knights of the Old Republic 2.
Right.
It is
That was
hard.
easy. Like, seriously, I think Knights of the Old Republic trumps Mass Effect 1 any day of the week.
All right. Well, to be honest, I like both of them.
Yeah.
So I think sometimes Obsidian do get a they get a they get they're given a hard time, and I don't think it's fair because the point being is that if you don't have the original writer to the original game, or you don't have some of the main important players in the original team,
Hmm.
it's hard to recreate something again when you don't have them to give you some feedback.
Yeah.
So I think sometimes it's a bit unfair on them. They're expected to take over a franchise and perform amazingly.
Anywho, yeah, well, for better or worse, I think they also had, no, I'm thinking of City of Knights, which I'm surprised ain't on this list. But,
Yeah.
City of
Yeah,
Knights,
go on. Talk
which
about
they
Obsidian
did,
Knights.
fucking that remake of Metal Gear Solid,
All right.
which has freaking Snake jumping on a missile, and they did Eternal Darkness, one of the best horror games of all time.
Well, ironically, there's a certain person that was talking about it in sequels to games that they'd like to see,
Yeah.
and Eternal Darkness always appears.
But yeah, like we don't not sure if it's gonna be made or not. Like they just dropped it. Like
Well, to be honest, I know this is going to sound strange, but I would rather have no sequel to Eternal Darkness than a bad version.
right.
I'd rather them not make it at all than make a version that's so shit that half the fans that are obsessed with the original game will just become so angry that they wish that they never bothered. Does that make sense?
Oh, it does. Yes.
Like I said, I'd rather have no game than a bad sequel.
Mm.
We've got way too many of those already.
Yeah.
Don't mess with the childhood.
Yep.
Let us enjoy our game. If you can't make a really good game, then don't make it at all.
Anyways, let's see here. A couple decent companies, but I don't really care for these games. Here's one where I like every fucking game they made. Platinum Games.
Oh, Platinum games are insane.
Oh yeah. First off, Mad World for Nintendo Wii. Holy shit.
Oh, I've actually played that. That game is fucking amazing,
Yeah,
man.
man. If you guys want to find something violent on the Wii, the kids console, play either No More Heroes or Mad World. Oh man, the only problem is it's kind of repetitive. Like people thought the writing was really good. There just wasn't enough of it because you like only like one cutscene like every 5 levels or something. So it felt. But it was like a mix between like fucking Sin City, Insane Clown Posse, Cowboy Bebop, and something else. Oh, Battle Royale.
No, that game was just
Yeah.
seriously. I can't even put into words how it feels to play that game because an example, you've got this almost noir type style, but it's sort of black and a sort of reddish style, and the reason they did that is to hide the blood.
Yeah.
The main character is batshit crazy. you know the way that he's slicing people open in front of you.
Yeah.
It's something that you have to experience, in my opinion. Would you agree with me? Disagree?
Oh, I agree. It is a violent marvel. Yeah.
Yeah. But no, it's just I was looking at a few of the titles which they got under Clover Studio, which Platinum Games somehow uh, came from.
Yeah.
Beautiful Joe, and Okami. Now, Beautiful Joe, that was a sort of platform game I played on the GameCube.
Yeah.
That game was hard as fuck.
Oh.
If you were not on it, let's put it this way: if you did not bring your A game, it would kick your ass.
Beautifully.
Exactly.
Hate to cut you
It
off.
would
I see a.
physically kick your butt.
Hate to cut you off. I can see a spider. I gotta get kill. Be right back.
All right. Now, another game that they're responsible for or were part of the development was Okami, and that game, I think I bought that on the PlayStation 2, and it was this cel-shaded game where you got this dog, and there was scenes in the game where you would basically have to use like oh god, my brain's dying to me today.
Okay.
You would use a calligraphy type pen, and you would write letters, and somehow I'm talking about Okami, so that you know,
Hmm.
and you would use a calligraphy pen, and you do some kind of weird spell, and something would happen. Now imagine trying to do that with a joypad. I'm just explaining to the fans about Beautiful Joe and
Yeah.
Okami. You know, you like I said, you had this calligraphy pen for the dog. You know, the graphics were amazing in my opinion. You know, it was cel shaded, which was amazing when it came out because you know it was one of the first games that used that style of animation and game sort of gameplay.
Yeah.
And you know, you've got this calligraphy pen. You've got to use a joypad to write something magical, and it's like, huh, huh. Oh, for fuck's sake, where's the mouse? Where's the mouse? Oh, wait a second, there isn't the mouse on my PlayStation 2. Anyway, you know, just a couple of the back games. But let's talk about a game which I think we both can agree on.
Oh.
Bayonetta.
Hell yeah, man.
That game is batshit crazy. The game, there's certain parts of that game that's so fast that, seriously, if you're not paying attention, you will die.
Yeah, that puts God of War to shame, man. And fucking.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, that woman can suplex a dragon. And
And how tall is she?
I think she's got to be like 6'6" or something. I don't know. I'll look up a
I
bio.
think she's about 8 foot tall.
Yeah, she has some ridiculously long legs. Oh, she's got super fucking strength, man. You can see how she can bench press Optimus Prime.
Yeah. I think she could outbench on Omnicron, the planet that ate the planet. It's like, and that's with one finger. Yeah, come on. What are you doing? Come on, Omnicron.
Oh man.
I can whoop your with one finger. Look at this. But no, that was an amazing game. And personally, I'm looking forward to the sequel.
Yeah, definitely. That's one reason I'm getting a Wii U for a few months.
Yeah. And also, in my case, that's the reason I'll actually turn on my Wii U.
Have you seen the Bayonetta yeah anime movie?
No, I didn't even know there was one.
Yeah, it's called Bayonetta Bloody Fate. I heard it wasn't that good, but you know, it's
Well, you know, if it's good enough to watch, I'll watch it. Is it like one episode?
I think
Or
it's one of those episodes. Yeah.
well, let's just well, it's got to be better than Blood the Omen. What was it? No, Blood. Yeah, Blood the Last Vampire.
Mm.
I paid £20 for that fucking thing. It was 45 minutes long.
Oh fuck.
Exactly. And there was no beginning and there was no ending.
Shit, I remember they were charging $16 for the was it the High School of the Dead movie, and the movie is only like 20 something minutes long.
Yeah, but then that's in America it's called Manga USA.
Yeah.
It's like a company that sells you know, anime. those bastards, they would charge something like £6, which is about $12,
Yeah.
and they would sell VHS tapes for a single episode of a new anime. So you got a 26 episode anime, and they're charging $12 an episode. It's like, I'll tell you what, you come back when you've actually compiled them, and we'll talk, kind of thing. So, would you compare that to that?
I'm sorry. What was that?
No, you're talking about Bayonetta, bloody
Oh
fear.
yeah.
It's like you're watching something, but you kind of get this feeling that you've just walked into the middle of a film, and you've no idea what the hell's going on, and it ends, and you have no idea what the hell's going on because you feel like the film hasn't finished.
Oh, okay. Get this. Freaking Bayonetta is 8'8".
Oh, so it wasn't that far off then.
Yeah.
No, because I remember seeing it was a picture of Bayonetta,
Yeah.
and that's excluding those high heels,
Yeah.
and she looks huge,
Yeah.
8'8".
Yeah. I remember they said that her mocap actress was 6'2", and so like everyone who active that practice had to like pretend they had to look above their head to see her face. You know.
I mean, just to put things into perspective,
Okay. Yes, folks.
like when you go to hospital,
Yeah.
you've got that thing that basically covers.
Yeah.
It's
I
like
know what you're
some
talking
kind
about. A little scale, sort of metal bar savaging that they lift up and.
No. Bear with me.
Okay.
No,
Here.
when the ambulance brings you into the hospital,
Yeah.
and you've got this thing that goes over the top,
Yeah.
to obviously stop you getting wet. That thing is 8'5".
Wow.
She's 3 inches taller than that.
Oh,
You're not just looking up. You're looking up to the point where your neck is
like
starting to
Andre the
hurt.
Giant can't even like fit in a normal house doorway and stuff. This woman literally has to duck down. How does no wonder she? That's
Andre
right.
the Giant.
I was about to say she drives around a convertible. That makes sense.
No, but Andre the Giant was 7'3" or 7'4".
Yeah.
She is over a foot taller. So even Andre the Giant would have to look up, going, "Can you like crouch a bit?"
You imagine if she was dating me, she would be nearly 3.5 feet taller than me. It's like I'm like, how do you kiss a guy
Actually,
and not make it look awkward?
no, it would work because it's like, "Hey, babe, you're strong. You're taller than me. You can carry me."
Yeah, it's like, well, she said she can.
It's not just you, me as well.
She said we've seen her freaking lift up a fucking tanker truck. But
She'd be, she'd be the kind of person that if she got drunk, she'd probably knock her head in the flyover.
yeah.
She'd be like,
Oh yeah. What freaking video games versus Giantress.
Wow, that is tall. But the point is that the game was so much fun to play.
Yeah.
And I know that at the time when Bayonetta came out, there was a lot of people going, "Oh my God, she's naked!" It's like, yeah, for about 3 or 4 seconds. Have you ever watched Sailor Moon, which your children watch?
Yeah.
I hate to point this out, but you might want to watch it a little bit more intently when she turns into Sailor Moon, where she's naked. This is not the first time. This is not the last time. But no, I enjoyed the game. I just thought it was just batshit crazy.
Oh yeah, it's such a good game. I'm actually
Yeah,
gonna pick it up again. So like me and Lexi can do a freaking commentary on it, or me and you can.
yeah. No, because I've got it on the PlayStation 3 as well. So,
Yeah. And a better
but
version is on the Xbox, but I don't
well,
got that
I
option.
I can get it on the Xbox as well because now it'll probably be cheap.
Yeah.
Because the weird thing about games in the UK, because gamers are kind of strange in the fact that certain games seem to hold their value and other games just drop like a stone. Something like Bayonetta, I could pick that up for about $5, no problem. Because most of the fans think, "Oh, this game's shit, it sucks," and then someone comes along and says, "Have you played it?" No, I'm the Call of Duty fan. I don't think. I just do what I'm told. Does that make sense?
Derp.
But no, seriously, you got to play that game, and I think it's not just that game, but Platinum Games have been making really good games for a long while. They just make games that are slightly off field, something slightly different.
Yeah.
They're not trying to make the same shit.
Oh yeah, like let's see here. What's another? Vanquished. Although I had my problems with the main character. Uh, Good game, pretty original. It was like literally like a combination of Gears of War and Iron Man.
Yeah.
A rocket
No, but
ass.
no. The point is, at least you admit the point is that you don't like the main character.
Yeah, he's an idiot.
But then, an example, it's like there's certain games where I've played where the main character just makes you want to punch his lights out.
Yeah.
I continue to play the game because the story is so engrossing that I can overlook, the main character.
The story wasn't really anything engrossing. This is the gameplay was what kept you going.
All right.
But see, then there was the spiritual sequel to Mad World: Anarchy Reigns.
Yeah, that's something that I find weird.
Which I want to try.
See,
I want to know how that fucking works.
No, it's just the reason I find that weird. If you're going to make a sequel, why not call it Mad World 2?
I don't know. But yeah, then Bayonetta is actually a downloadable character.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I'm just curious what the game is like. Then we have.
No, I want to buy that as well, by the way.
Then we got Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance.
Yeah. According to Brett, because I'm only going by what he said because I haven't actually bought it yet. It's kind of action-based rather than stealth-based.
Yeah, pretty much. It's almost like basically he went to Platinum Games for the Kojima. He can make the story, but they couldn't Konami couldn't really do such a freaking action-based gameplay, so he went to them. And it's beautiful.
I was going to say with Kojima, I get the feeling he doesn't know when to shut up.
Right.
Because it's like you get a sequence where you actually play the game, and then it's like depending on how Kojima feels, it could be 25 minutes or 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Of what?
Well, speaking of a game, we gotta freaking do. We gotta do Snatcher sometime because actually Kojima actually made that game before he went on the Metal Gear High.
And you know that Snatcher is probably one of the games which he's constantly asked about a sequel.
Yeah.
And that came out on the Mega CD.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like, you better make more Metal Gear games or we'll shoot you.
Yeah, it's like Metal Gear Solid, whatever you want to call it, but Snatcher, kiss that ass goodbye. No, I would like to buy it, but fucking hell, man.
Yeah, they made a pretty decent game for the Wii U, The Wonderful 101.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't seen the gameplay, but I just hear enough of good things about it.
Okay. No, I think Platinum Games are a really good company because they're making games that they like.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I want to see. I don't want to see a company try to suck my dick. I don't want to see a company that makes games that they think that I like. I want them to make games that they think, you know what, this game is so great. We're going to release this to the public. Something which they cannot stop playing. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. It's like, take your pick. If the game was really, really good, it was the sort of game where the producer was being dragged away because he was becoming almost crack addicted to the game that he made because he could not stop playing it. And someone said, you know what, we should sell this. And it's like the point is that when you got someone that is seriously a fan of their own game,
Yeah.
when they're talking about it, they don't even have to pretend. Passion just exudes out of them. But it feels to me that they're making games for the public nowadays, and they don't even care about them because they don't want to play them.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
if I'm wrong, correct me.
But yeah, I can see it. Like, he's fucking oozing. Yeah, it's,
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying.
yes. Alrighty, where are we going to next?
We have to mention PopCap Games, and I'll tell you why. How is it that a company that has sold so many games has been able to rip off so many different franchises and not get sued?
I know, right?
PopCap, in my opinion, has to be the rip-off merchants of the 20th century
And
because
by the way, Plants vs Zombies, how did that make one of the most best quote horror titles on the Xbox 360?
horror
Yeah,
titles.
it,
What was horror about it?
it's like, did you scare a 1-year-old? What? Good
I
lord.
mean, just looking at the titles, Peggle. Now, I'll be honest. I am a huge fan of Puzzle Bobble.
Okay.
So, Peggle, they looked at Puzzle Bobble. They basically turned it on its top. So instead of you firing it from the bottom, it's from the top, and they mixed it with pachinko. How is it that they are not being sued?
Ugh. When you think about it, if fucking Candy Crush can get away with it, then fucking
Yeah, that's true.
yeah.
But it's like, come on, man. Why is it that an example? The reason why I bring this up is the fact that you've got fans that make games like the remake of Chrono Trigger,
Yeah.
and SquareSoft are losing their shit about the fact that someone is trying to make a game for the Nintendo 64. I must point this out. It's been uh, the actual console itself was released 17 years ago, and they say cease and desist, and yet you get PopCap Games who are doing exactly the same thing with no passion for their work. Or
Sega lets anybody
yeah,
fucking host their games.
exactly. I know, I just don't understand the industry. You got one group of fans. I mean, the point being is this. Let me just get this rant out of the way, and then we can move on. You've got one group of fans who are making it because they love the game. Give them a fucking check. Let them send you the
Hmm.
source. You
They're
can
building the game
make
for that cost, and none cost to them.
exactly. And the point is that you can say, right, you work directly with us. We will release the product and we will adapt it for newer consoles because Chrono Trigger is one of those games that, unless you're, a little bit weird, you will like.
And also, we will not kill your family.
Yes, exactly. And you will not have to commit harikari because now that we agree to work with you.
Alrighty. Next
But
is
I wanted to get that out of the way because PopCap games really piss me off.
kill them.
What if I could?
Okay. This is a little company in Poland called QLOC. I'm only mentioning this because they apparently do Capcom PC ports. They ported Super
Oh,
Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition, Street Fighter Cross Tekken, Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City, Resident Evil 6, Dick Move Capcom Devil May Cry, Ace Combat, Assault Horizon Enhanced Edition. Remember Me, Resident Evil 4, Ultimate HD Edition, please, we need more money. Xbox 360 port of Devil May Cry, part of the
mhm.
HD collection, PC, okay, and Dust Force, whatever. So
um, I,
yeah, porting
I,
company.
I would just say this. I wish they were around uh, long before that they started making these because for some reason Capcom, Sega, um, not so much Konami because they weren't too bad, but they really did dismiss the PC market, and when they released games for those, for the PC, it was designed for a specific setup.
Yeah.
And if you did not have that specific setup of, RAM, graphics card, blah, 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 it ran like a piece of shit. And I remember certain games where I could not actually exit out of the game unless I pressed Alt Control Delete and closed the bloody thing
Oh,
down.
I hate those games.
And Capcom was one of the worst. Sega definitely was up there.
Konami's pretty bad at PC ports.
Oh, Konami. Oh God. Like when you get to that point where you you just spent 3 or 4 hours trying to get this bloody game to load. And you get it to load, and so you're playing it, and you think, right, I'm just going to quit out. And it's like, how do I get out of this game? There's no exit. And you just think Alt Control Deletes, and you think, this is bullshit, man.
I know, right?
You know that if you loaded the thing up again, you would have to start at the beginning because there's no fucking save point.
Damn, damn, damn.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know. Preach, my brother.
And so I never played it ever again.
Oh, man. Next up, Quantic Dream. David Cage. Fucking hell, man. The guy likes to make movies into video games. Fairly Indigo Prophecy, Heavy Rain, Beyond Two
Although, to be fair,
Souls.
I was going to say, to be fair with David Cage, I don't care about that dude from 24.
Yeah.
He is not Solid Gear. He's not a snake.
We're not talking about David Hayter.
Oh, David Cage. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. But, yeah, I think we already covered Konami. But we can always rant about that sometime. I've yet to watch the Metal Gear Ground Zeroes yet. But anyways, Quantic Dream, David Cage, basically Heavy Rain, Indigo Prophecy, Beyond Two Souls, all good quick time event story-based games.
All right.
Basically by a guy who failed as a movie director and so made video games instead.
No, but one thing I really hate is quick time events.
Yeah.
And the reason I hate them is this. If you've got a game where from the beginning you know that you're going to get quick time events, you are prepared for them. But some of these games, nothing happens for maybe an hour or two.
Mm-hmm.
And then suddenly it throws you a quick time event, and you're not prepared for it.
Yeah.
It's like, oh fuck! Which button? Press.
Oh man, probably the only games that actually did quick time events right were like Shenmue, Resident Evil 4, and God of War 1.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
and he also did. Basically, they got a new game in development for next year, I think. And they also did this game I never heard of called Comedy or something. The Nomad Soul, which looks kind of psychedelic or something for the Sega Dreamcast.
Oh, I remember that. That was on the PC, and
Dreamcast.
Yeah, the Dreamcast.
Any good?
And that game is fucking weird, man. That had David Bowie.
Yeah.
How can I put this? It's kind of weird in the if you watch the Labyrinth, which David Bowie played some indie dude.
I know.
It's kind of weird in that way. There's fans now going, the Labyrinth? What's that?
Penis.
It's a movie that came out in the 1980s when I was young, and I'm nearly 42. So we're talking a long time ago.
It's nice to educate the fucking world, you know?
Well, of course. But it's seriously weird. But it's still fun.
Yep. Oh yeah, I put it on my wish list. Anyways, okay, what's next?
Who are Rare Limited? I've got to have a look at this.
Radical Entertainment shut down by Activision.
Oh, so Rare Limited was just Rare Soft. For some reason, do you remember Rare Soft, which was bought by Nintendo, and they released games like Battletoads on the NES,
Yeah.
and what was it, Solar Lander or something along those lines? Solar something.
Mm.
Yeah, Solar Lander, because they released Lunar Lander on the Spectrum, and they were called Ultimate Play the Game, and on the Spectrum, they were known for their what you would call isometric. You know, that sort of
Yeah.
from the tops, not 3D, but kind of trying to pretend to be 3D.
Mhm.
So you had like Night Law and what have you, and blah blah blah. And then they were sold to Nintendo, and some of their best games like Diddy Kong Racing.
Yeah.
Because I actually bought that on the Nintendo 64. I actually enjoy that more than Mario Kart 64.
I have to agree. Although I thought they're both really great.
No, they were both really, really, really good games. I mean, an example, I used to have 3 or 4 friends who used to pop round,
Yeah.
and the only thing that they wanted to play was Mario Kart in battle mode.
Oh, yeah. I did a shitload of that.
Every time. And we spent hours every day just playing that. And the thing about that game was the fact that win, lose, or draw, it was just fun.
Yep.
You know, sometimes you would win, and you think, yeah, fuck yeah, you know, America, fuck yeah. And there's other days where you'd lose it, but you think, you know, I lost, but it was just so much fun. And the same with Diddy Kong Racing.
Mhm.
I would say that it was even more fun because, you know, uh, you got some maps where you'd be flying around, others where you'd be driving around. But it was just so much fun. And the thing is, it was different.
Yeah, it was.
I,
Can I ask,
I love
what kind of gamer would you consider yourself to be?
fun.
What kind of gamer would you consider yourself to be?
I would say I was probably closer to casual than hardcore because I don't know what hardcore means.
So what's your favorite genre?
RPG. I love JRPGs. It's just me. The thing is that I like games where I'm there for the ride.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're there to. You're watching an extended film,
Mhm.
and you know your job is to do the level grinding and talk to everyone. But to me, I just enjoyed that experience. Even the level grinding. I mean,
Yeah,
an
it's like
example.
you remember when I was talking about how like most like gamers are like actors when you gotta play out the story, right?
Yeah,
Well, in a way, you're like the producers too, like the level grinds. In a way, it's kind of like making the funds or get the necessary requirements to get this movie to keep continuing on. Just
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I would say the difference is that I'm observing something. I don't confuse the character which I'm playing with myself, but the, with RPGs, be it JRPG or American RPGs, the thing is that the people who've created these games have gone to such an effort that there is so much story to learn that there's, in my opinion, there's so many questions that I keep asking. Well, it's like, well, what's the motivation of this guy? What's going on with this? And blah blah blah. And you finally get to learn about the motivations of those characters. And to me, I just think that's amazing. I just love seeing a story unfold in front of my eyes.
mhm.
So no, I just love RPGs. Personally, like I said, I don't know what hardcore means. I don't know what casual means either. All I know is I enjoy playing a certain type of game, and you'll get some people saying, "Man, that's not hardcore because it's not to the nth degree."
Yeah.
But it's about enjoying the games, not about ticking a particular set of agreements which someone might decide is right. I mean, you think about it, it's like, in my opinion, hardcore is just basically being stupid. You either are trying to prove a point because you feel inadequate, or there's a hardcore where you're playing the type of games that no one else will play. So it's like, man, you're not hardcore because you're not playing this game that 6 other people played. Who makes these rules?
I know, right? And now we have shit, what's it called? Not gaming ditch. Fucking something athletes like
Oh, what e-athletes?
yeah. Basically,
Oh, I don't know.
and it's like I could sell at Call of Duty and stuff. I should be in the X Games and stuff like that.
Yeah, except that in my opinion, the X Games, or the extreme emphasis on the word extreme games, are people that have done things that are not meant to be possible. They Tony Hawk's.
Yeah.
He basically made a career out of doing things that were so extreme that pretty much you'll probably find that people said, Tony, dude, you do realise if you're going to do this 720, triple Salco, no, I'm just making shit up, by the way, and whatever, you might actually die. And he's like, fuck that, man, I'm going to do it. And so he does it. And so you get some idiot who basically plays the game and says, man, I'm extreme because I can do the same thing with my joypad that this guy did for real and nearly killed himself. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, it does.
The thing is that whatever you like, you like. And in my opinion, if you had to justify yourself to anyone else, they're not worth talking to.
Pretty much.
It's just not. Because some of them, like I said, I love RPGs. I love the journey. I love seeing stories unfold. I love the point where you're sitting there and you're watching something thinking, what is going on?
Yeah.
And then suddenly they introduce that part of the story later on, and it's like, it makes sense now. I understand. And then you continue, and you can see the motivation of the characters. The point is that if you're basically spoon-fed from the beginning, there's no point playing it. The whole point of playing something like an RPG is that you learn about things which were not available at the beginning. You learn about, the evil bad guy, why he or she decides to do what they did. And a lot of the time, I actually feel sorry for the bad guy or the bad woman. It's like Final Fantasy VIII. I kind of feel sorry for Ultimecia
Yeah.
because it's basically been controlled by some weird entity that's beyond the time dimension of
no,
her.
like Ida was the one being controlled by Ultimecia.
Oh, Ida.
Yeah.
Sorry. I kind of confused the two, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
The point is that you get to that point where it's like, you know what, I don't really want to kill her because I kind of feel sorry for her because she wasn't really in control.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
It makes a lot of perfect sense.
But that's why I love role-playing games. The point is that you can have a particular perspective when you start off. It's like, fuck them, and then by the end, it's like, actually, I kind of agree with their philosophy, and I don't really want to keep attacking them. But
You can't change the script.
I know, but the thing is that it's just, to me, that it's multifaceted. It's far deeper than the obvious. Good versus evil kind of thing.
Yeah. Alrighty. Next up, let's say is Radical Entertainment. They did a lot of so-so games, like games that just didn't really work. Which they're like the Terminator for NES. That was bad.
Oh, seriously, I have played the Terminator on different systems, and going back, I know we're regurgitating, so bear with me for about 60 seconds. In my opinion, almost 90%, I won't say every because that's not true, but 90% of movies that are turned into games are shit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. It's just it seems to be some kind of agreement. So you want to make a game based on our movie? It better suck. What do you mean? If the game is better than our film, we're gonna look bad. So it has to suck. Okay. All right then.
Oh man, see, the NES port of Mario is missing. The terrible Wayne's World game.
Oh
Fucking.
my god, mate! I actually played Wayne's World on the Super Nintendo.
Oh god.
It is one of those experiences that you wish you never had.
It was like on drugs, right?
Oh, no, it was just no, it wasn't on drugs. It was just shit.
Yeah.
Oh
Not.
god.
Sorry.
Oh, that is so funny. You did me good.
Yeah. Oh man. But
Do you remember we mentioned Ravensoft once you finish with
oh
Radical
yeah,
Entity?
Bebe's Kids, Beavis and Butthead, Mario's fucking Time Machine. Oh man, that was bad. Let's see what else.
I played Beavis and Butthead on the Super Nintendo, and I would say that with the Super Nintendo, it was one of those periods where everyone looked at the biggest game, and that was Super Mario World. And they all tried to make platformy type of
Mm-hmm.
games, but they did not have any talent. And so you got these really bad platformy type games. I mean, on the Amiga they had Zool because they tried to copy Sonic, and it was just so terrible. And on the Super Nintendo, they honestly, if you haven't been through it, don't, because like anything, there's a reason why a particular type of format dies. There were just so many platform games that it kind of got to the point where you just thought, yeah, right, another $60 for a game that's exactly like the other 500 that came out this year. And none of them are as good as the original, well, I say original, the Super Mario World, which came out in 1991. And they were doing the same thing in 1996, 1997. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, I get you, man. Oh, and I also gotta note that like a good chunk of these games don't have their own Wikipedia pages. They're that forgettable. Oh, and
Well, exactly. The only reason that you remember it's because you're reading them.
let's see here, fucking Jackie Chan Stuntmaster, uh, Dark
Nothing.
Summit.
I have always hated Jackie Chan. I know there's
Fiend.
people. He basically created his career on Buster Keaton. And in my opinion, Buster Keaton was one of the greatest actors of the 1930s and 1940s. Along with Harold Lloyd and that English twat with the stupid Hitler-type moustache. What was he called? Him. Anyway, um, the guy who used to use the walking cane, and if you don't, you haven't missed anything. Anyway, the point being is that they were some of the greatest actors of the era. I mean, they did some of the most insane stunts. I mean, Buster Keaton. There's a scene where this dude, and this is not CGI. This is not like some fucking um, stunt. He has the side of a house fall down over him, and a window drops down where he's standing. Let that sink in, because all it would have took was maybe 1 foot standing in the wrong direction, and he would be squashed like a pancake. There was no freaking double takes. There was no health and safety. The side of the wall falls down, you're dead. And basically, Jackie Chan copied him and did not learn. And I'll explain to you why. There's a scene in one of his films where he has to jump onto this tree and he misses it and he falls and a chunk of his freaking skull is removed. And so they basically drag him off because, the guy's, near dead. And, they have to peel the flesh back from his skull and they have to put this piece of plastic there to stop him from doing it again. Jackie Chan is a great actor. Some of his films are brilliant, but not quite as good as Buster Keaton.
Okay.
Just my opinion.
Okay, right over right. So they did some Simpsons games. They did freaking couple. They did Incredible Hulk games. Let's see here. They did the Scarface video game.
Scarface, I've actually got that.
It's okay. Crash Tag Team Racing, Crash of the Titans, Crash Mind Over Mutant. They did both prototype games.
All
and
right.
They did those CSI video games.
The weird thing about CSI, I always wonder why someone says, dude, if you know this much shit, why is it that you're not kind of working for the rest of the government? It's like, and in the sequence, oh yeah, so this guy went here and he left this, micro fragment of a DNA. It's like,
are you Batman?
yeah, even Batman is saying, damn, man.
My job's done. I'm gonna get a hot dog.
Yeah, see you later. You don't need me.
Fucking. Oh. So it also canceled games. They freaking Crash Landed. I guess that would have been a Crash Bandicoot game. And also Scarface 2 was canceled. Like how would you make a sequel to that?
Well,
because they already expanded the universe when they go on.
No, but then all you do is you change the ending because in Scarface the film, and you'll probably find that the game is the same.
Yeah.
You got Tony Montana, and he's standing up there going, "Fuck you, fuck you."
Oh, that's what happened in the game.
Pardon?
That's what happens in the game. The game starts off at the end of the movie, and stuff, and so you actually have.
But if you change the ending, where he basically turns around and
that's
pops
what I was about to say.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah,
Continue.
Yeah, basically
Sorry?
you get the chance to turn around, shoot the guy, and then you make a break for it as all hell goes down, and Tony loses like all his fucking money and assets and stuff. So he's basically start from scratch. So basically got to rebuild the empire to get.
Why am I thinking of Grand Theft Auto Vice City?
It's pretty much the same game. It's not as cool because like you don't even have the option to kill random people on the street.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like normally you can just like run over people in fucking Vice City, but you only kill bad guys in Scarface. Like every time you pull a trigger, like no, I can't do that. I gotta learn from my past mistakes. It's like that. He would scold himself every time he tried to shoot like a civilian.
If you were going to make a Scarface 2, how about you get rid of that moralistic attitude? So instead of oh man, in the film you got excuse me, you got the sequence where you got some random dude, I don't know who he is, and his family, and it's like, man, I don't kill women and children. Well, how about in the sequel you get rid of that? So the gamer has to make that choice.
But yeah, so the first game's already expanded universe. I don't know how they can freaking keep out doing the second one, but that's been canceled.
The only, for me, the way I would have done it. Remember at the beginning of Scarface, you got Scarface. He turns up from Cuba. I'm a political prisoner from Cuba. Well, what happened in Cuba?
Chupa.
Oh no, it sounded like Cuba because they don't say Cuba, they say like Cuba.
Yeah.
But anyway, the point. Ignore my terrible Latin accent because I can't do accent. But what they could have done was What happened to Scarface when he was in Cuba? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Before he got to Miami, what happened there? It'd be
There
interesting to
actually
see.
is the tutorial level. You're like you're in a military base and you're just shooting like Cuban soldiers. It's like it's a dream or something.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh, like, I remember like it's like you can pass by people on the street and you talk to and stuff. And there's like one big fat Cuban guy like Tony walks by, so he's like, "Damn, you are Cuban, man." um, but I guess before we wrap this up for the
To
day.
say you got people from Cuba say, "Damn man, you have to be one of the biggest cliches going. Stop doing
I'm
that."
surprised.
People think that Cubans speak in the same accent.
I'm surprised
My
I haven't met many Cubans because the old cliche is Cubans ride a raft over here to Florida. Yeah.
I was going to say we need to speak about Ravensoft
Yeah,
because
before we wrap up, we're gonna go talk about Ravensoft. I'll just glance over because I'm not too familiar. I heard of Hexen, but I never played it. Then there's
Hexen is awesome.
yeah.
But anyway, go on.
Okay,
Sorry.
I'll gloss first. I'll let you go. Star Trek Voyager games are okay. I know about Jedi Knight games, but I didn't really like them too much. Then we have the X-Men Legends, and basically they did all these 4-player beat 'em up type games, which are pretty good but challenging. Like X-Men Legends 1 and 2, and the first Marvel Ultimate Alliance.
Yeah, I must
And
point out that X-Men Legends 2: Rise of the Apocalypse, I never would have bought that if you hadn't suggested it to me.
oh yeah, that's a good one. But yeah, they had a couple Quake games. They had X-Men Origins Wolverine, which get the 360 or the PlayStation Free version. Don't get the freaking PS2 version or Wii.
Yeah.
Then they did some decent horrors like Wolfenstein Singularity, and now they're in charge of fucking Call of Duty. So, yeah,
Well, they're not. No, that's not to be fair
they work
because
on it.
as I understand it,
Of
there's
course.
3 different companies.
Well, according to this, for Black Ops and Modern Warfare, they handle the DLC and user interface, and for Ghost, they handle the multiplayer.
Yeah, but correct me if I'm wrong because I might be, but there's 3 different companies, and they're working on different versions of Call of Duty. So you get Call of Duty 2014, and then another companies will release one next year,
I want to call it
and then
FIFA.
no, I hope not. But anyway, and then Call of Duty 2016, and then whoever's working on this year's version, they will release a 2017.
That's actually a pretty smart system, although it's just annoying on us fans. But it is a pretty smart system.
Yeah, except that I just wish Call of Duty would go away.
Yeah.
Just me, but it's like how many versions of the
Like, why can't they
same
do that with Mega Man games?
Yeah, I mean, shit. I mean, think about it. For all the flack that Activision get for Call of Duty, imagine if they were to ring up Capcom and say, "We'll give you 200 million for Mega Man,"
Just,
and
it keeps
Capcom.
making printing money.
No, but Well, it would keep printing money if Capcom actually released the fucking thing.
Yep.
But Capcom only think of the here and now, and they say, "Oh, we'll sell it." So they sell Mega Man to Activision, and then they give it to a random company. And even if they did not produce the next coming of Christ, the fans will just think to themselves, "Thank God, another Mega Man game. We don't care what it's like," and
Yeah.
they just go out and buy it.
Oh god.
Do you know what I'm
Like
saying?
imagine like a Mega Man reboot, like fucking the new RoboCop or something. Oh man.
Don't. No, that's a poor example.
Yeah, good. But anyways, okay, man. Have your feel on Ravensoft. Tell us about them.
Um, the first game that I played on Ravensoft was Heretic, and basically Heretic was Doom 2, but it was done in a sort of RPG style. So you can you play the traditional sort of random dude, turns up, Doom type characters, and with that game, one thing that stuck in my mind was I got to the last boss, and I want this to sink into fans who think that these games are fucking hard. Let this sink in. You had like in newer games you get super health, which doubles your health. You there?
Yeah.
Well, there was about 10 of those, just lying around the place. There was every type of weapon that you had to build up to that point. And so I've got this evil bad guy with about 5 of his evil bad guy minions that each of them could kick my ass. And so I'm basically running around, running backwards. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you're literally just running backwards because, that's the only way you stay alive. And I had 200 health. And somehow, after about 15 to 20 attempts, I defeated it. And when it died, it blew up and it took my health from 200 to 6%. And on my save game, I actually put, what the fuck? Because I could not believe that I actually killed it. Seriously, it's like, huh?
Yeah.
Why am I not dead? Wait a second, there's something wrong here. And so, no, Heretic is a really good game. Now, Hexen, that was based on the Quake engine. So, if you ever played Quake the game, well, it's just Quake with sort of RPG sort of elements and etc. etc. Hexen 2, that was actually quite interesting because it used the Quake 2 engine. I don't know why I keep referring to engines because the way I used to see it was just how nice it looked.
Yeah.
Because back in 1997, you didn't think about engines or resolutions. Just that looks nice.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
Exactly. I didn't care what. I didn't even know about 1080p. Nowadays people talk about 1080p as if it's the be all and end all. But back then, all you cared about was, oh, that looks nice. The story's good. But anyway, my favourite Raven soft game is Soldier of Fortune.
Yeah.
I have completed that game about 5 times. And I have never got bored with it. It's basically a guy called John Mullins, who apparently is a real guy in the real world, according to the installation from the Activision game. But the reason why that stuck in my mind, imagine, I know it's hard now, but let's just pretend that we haven't had 14 years of shit being blown up and heads exploding. Imagine if that was the first game where you turn towards someone, pull the trigger, and their fucking head explodes, leaving their neck,
Oof.
and there's blood coming out of that the neck as they fall towards.
Reminds me of Shell Shock.
But you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That shock where it's like, what the fuck is going on? And in that game, I don't know why, because it makes no sense at all. There was a scene where it would actually take count for where on the body you shot. And for some reason, I always seem to hit the person in the groin.
Yeah.
So I get something like, about 30 or 40 groin shots.
Oof.
And a friend of mine would say, hey man, are you shooting at their groin on purpose? I'm just shooting in their general direction. You think I'm good enough to actually aim for their groin?
You're a villain.
Oh, my plan is broken.
Oh, man.
But you see what I'm talking about?
Yes.
The point is that I did not have that ability to actually think, you know what? I'm going to be evil and just aim at the person's groin. Yes, that's what I'm going to do. No, you don't do that when you're about 20, or in my, whatever. And the
Well, in
Star
this case, you were only 30 actually when this came out. The numbers don't lie.
29, dude. I'm 41. I'm 42.
Oh, 28. I'm sorry. I was thinking for some reason I thought it was 2012.
Fucking hell. Dude.
Oh.
Let's not make me older than I already am.
Shit.
I'm like, one of those koi carps with the weird sort of things coming off their mouth going, go to bed with itchy bum, wake up with smelly finger. You are a great sensei master. No, I'm not that old. But anyway, no, but the Star Trek Elite Force, I think, in my opinion, that was probably one of the first first-person shoot 'em ups with the Star Trek franchise that actually was good, because it just played well. The story was good. It, like when you get a story which you actually want to find out how it ends. That's not JRPG. And I would say that this is one of the first. So you've got Star Wars Jedi, Jedi Outcast. Now that game was kind of weird because it was third person.
Yeah.
The previous one was first person, but it was freaking old.
Yeah.
And this particular one, would run on the PlayStation 2, and it was, reasonably okay. Now, Soldier of Fortune 2, I have a love-hate relationship with that game, because there's parts of the game where you'd be walking along, and like when you get that mist,
Yeah.
because they put that in because they're trying to say, hey man, this is a DirectX 6 or whatever it's called, so we got to have smoke everywhere. And I got to this point where I'd be hit, and I couldn't see who was shooting at me because of the smoke, and that was annoying.
Yeah, Del Helix reminds me of Iron Helix, again, a Sega CD game I like to try out when I get my fucking console.
Boom boom. You're way ahead of me. Now, X-Men Legends, I still want to get the original game. I played the Rise of the Apocalypse, and you know what makes me laugh? I picked it up for 99 pence.
Yeah, they're pretty cheap.
No, but I've noticed with the X-Men Legend games, either you get it pretty cheap or fucking expensive.
Yeah.
And there's no in between.
Yeah, pretty much. What you gonna do,
Now,
bub?
Now, Quake 4, I think, in my opinion, Quake 4 was shit.
You heard it, folks.
It was Doom 3, which was not very good. Because Doom 3 was trying to be Half-Life, and Quake 4 came along and did exactly the same thing. It really wasn't worth spending a lot of money. So if you want to play Quake 4, pick it up for $2. Seriously, $2.
2 for 4.
And another game, for some reason, which is not on this list, is Return to Castle Wolfenstein. That was, I think that came out about 2000 as well. And that was an interesting game because they focused on the so-called Nazi satanic religious zombies, that kind of shit.
Sounds interesting.
Well, it's definitely more interesting than the latest Wolfenstein because I've got that. I played it and well, it's not that interesting. But if you can, try and get a hold of Return to Castle Wolfenstein, because that is actually an interesting game. Because it's a traditional first-person shoot 'em up. Zombies turn up. You just kill them, what have you. But they're not trying to be something special. Singularity, never played that. Call of Duty Black Ops, I think there's a reason why no one remembers them. Would you agree? Disagree?
Oh yeah. Down with the cod, my friend. Down with the cod. Funny story.
Yeah,
I
go.
was I bag groceries for a living half the time, and guy came through my fucking.
Dude, I've been there, done that.
I came through the guy came from the line stuff, and I think subject of video games got brought up somewhere,
Alright.
and he's like, "Oh man, I love video games," and because this guy looks like a big like a marine jock type,
All right.
kind of like you're not typical gamer. So I'm like, "Oh really? What kind of games do you like?" And he goes, "Oh, Halo, Call of Duty, Madden."
And
And
did you not basically fall over laughing your ass off?
I almost. Oh, I could. This is a genuine reaction. I was like, "Do you play any single player games?" And he said it like this: "Single player game."
Oh my god!
I literally left the register just shaking my head before I said something stupid to the muscle bound idiot.
Single player. Oh my god!
How would you react if someone said, "Oh, I love Halo, Call of Duty, and Madden"?
I'll be like, do you play real games? Oh my god! I remember flashback.
Yeah.
And I was super drunk at the time. And a friend of mine was playing Madden 93, I think it was.
They're all the same.
And, well, exactly. And, I'm in this drunken stupor. And all I could hear every 10, 20 seconds was... And so I woke up the next day and I said, stop playing that fucking game! What, don't you like John Madden? I don't know who John Madden is! Who is John Madden? Oh, he's on this American football game. Well, turn the fucking sound down. Call of Duty. I mean, my God, was he a walking cliche? I suppose he didn't say hey. Well, he did say hello, didn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, what was he? To me, it just sounds like someone that basically plucks at the most popular games, or what he perceived to be the most popular games. I'm surprised he didn't say Sonic, Mario, Pac-Man. I've heard of Pac-Man. I don't know what Pac-Man is, but I'm sure it's popular, so we'll go with that.
Oh, anywho, I guess we'll leave on that note, folks. Play some single player stuff. You might actually, have a good time just chilling by yourself. Um,
Can I make a suggestion?
Go for it.
Go out and just talk to people.
Yeah.
You never know. You might actually meet someone that you like just by talking to them.
Oh yeah, bring
The,
back the old couch gaming.
Exactly. I mean, an example. I remember playing Street Fighter, and a friend of mine, he bought Street Fighter 2 before it was released in America or the UK.
Yeah.
So he paid a stupid amount of money,
Mm.
and we spent, and I quote, 10 hours, and he would beat me, and I'm like, no way, rematch, and it went on for 10 hours, and I came back the next day with the same thing, and I came back the next day, and the next day, and the next day. The point is something about seeing someone that you know, rather than some random dude that insults your family.
Yeah. Or calls the SWAT team on you.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh God.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know it's Shane.
You know, there's something about the point is that when when you sit on a couch, it's someone that you know, someone
Mhm.
that you trust, because you're not going to invite some random guy off the street. And it's the point is that there's not the same level of issues, because it's like what's said is said.
Yeah.
And we're guys, we say stupid things. Sometimes we upset, sometimes we get upset, but we deal with it and we move on, and it's done.
Mhm. Oh, hey, with that, guys, we'll see you. Hopefully, we'll finish the developers on part 4. Oh man, that's like our longest topic. What was I thinking? But,
No, but it's a good topic
oh yeah,
because it just gives us something to talk
yeah, it
about.
covers a lot of ground. Anyway, folks, we'll see you. Catch your ass down the road. All right, Big Dan, sign out.
Bye.